Yeah.
Good man.
Denise packs the bear.
Yeah. I always bring my little turtle with me. I've got a little turtle that Yannicka made out of crochet.
Oh yeah.
It's
What's
cute.
going on, guys? We're live on YouTube right now on the Fouad Abiad YouTube channel. I'm with James and Ben. I'm not facing the camera at you guys, so you're making
Oh.
faces for no reason.
Oh shit. Fuck. Every time.
Come to my channel and let's
Come
shoot the
to my
shit.
channel. Oh, I'm upset.
What's going on, guys? We're live on YouTube. All right. Right now. I gotta mute my fuck. Okay, there we go. Ben, you're in Italy.
Italy.
Buongiorno.
Um,
Buongiorno.
how's Italy? You're not. You told me
Good,
yesterday.
man.
You told me yesterday you're not enjoying yourself though because you're dieting.
Huh?
Wait, what?
You dieting?
Yeah, he's
No, I'm
dieting.
just not eating like a fucking slob.
Well, because I said to him, James, I said, "You're in Italy. Are you?" Like,
Pastries.
it's funny because I bust Paul's balls all the time about Italian food and how it's like all just cheese sauce and tomato cheese sauce and noodles.
Noodles.
But
Noodles.
well, think
Noodles?
about it. Think about it. It's like the way what I say to him is like they make 8 different noodles. It's all one fucking noodle and just call it different things.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm really joking because I love Italian food more than anything.
Mm.
So I said to Ben yesterday, I said, are you fucking having like awesome Italian food, like pizza, pasta, whatever? He said, no.
I'm quite upset, actually.
I've
Not gonna-
Don't you fucking start us off,
James,
mate.
James,
Christ.
James,
Don't fucking jump on his bandwagon.
Ben, how often are you in Europe these days, bro? Not very often.
So, well, here's
Explain
one.
yourself.
Okay, I'll explain myself. One, I like my joints not hurting. Right? That's first and foremost. When I eat shit, my joints hurt me so bad now, right?
Inflammation.
Secondly, don't have a good, really valid excuse.
There is no
And
excuse.
thirdly, I've got some meals out planned like tomorrow. Like I'm going for dinner with Patrick, right? So we're gonna go out and we're
I
gonna
bet, yeah,
eat.
but you're just gonna eat pasta and meat. I'm not happy.
As
I'm not
opposed to
happy.
what? What do you mean?
You're not gonna go in there with the cheese. You're not gonna go in there with the bread. You're gonna be like,
Yeah, no.
Patrick,
Listen. If we
I'll
go,
have the
look,
most. I'll have
no.
pasta
Listen,
with. Give
I'm
me
gonna
this
let
meat,
Pat.
please.
No, listen. Like tomorrow, right? Patrick's gonna. I'll let him choose because he's local, I guess, right? Ish.
Patrick, make sure you feed this man.
I'm gonna do a charcuterie first.
Good.
I'm gonna
Ian,
go. I'm
Ian
gonna
will be
wade
happy.
the fuck in. If I'm gonna go to a restaurant with a friend, I'm gonna go in. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that I eat so much food that I have the shits when I get home. Right?
I expect photo evidence of
Yes.
meals.
Hey, that's it. I'm gonna tag you,
Uh,
yeah, Patrick. Patrick and I know Patrick wants to have a little whiskey, so we'll do some whiskey.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
fuck. Really gonna have a good time. Okay, I have to divert. I have to divert from this topic for 1 second. We were talking about bukkakes on Bro Chat. And so the guys in the chat here are asking if James or Ben have been involved in a bukkake.
Wait, why am I not sure what a bukkake is?
Don't act dumb. Do not act innocent, James.
Don't lie.
What was it?
We did it at the last
Yeah.
Olympia. You don't remember?
When you were when we were stood around you,
Yeah, and you were in the
on
middle.
your knees.
I was too drunk. Can't remember.
Dude, you know what a bukkake
So
is?
I'm sure I accepted it gracefully.
A bukkake is when a girl, well, it's supposed usually a girl,
Or James.
Or
Okay.
James.
For me.
And when a girl sits in the middle of a circle of dudes and they all jerk off on her.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You don't remember? That's some strong sake.
So anyway, so I guess since James, you don't know what it is, you've never been. Well, you
It's a
could have
bit
been a
of
part of
a-
one and just you could have been a part of one, just not known.
it's a bit of a ritual, isn't it? It's like a little bit of a cult
Yeah.
thing. I
Yeah.
can imagine like a circle of like tribesmen and the way they induct the woman into the clan.
When
It's
you
quite
said
masturbating on
tribes,
it.
well, wait a minute. I did because I know you.
Don't think I'm talking about a certain type of
Racist.
people here. I'm not talking about black guys.
Racist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
they're
only
not
black
white.
guys
White
do
people,
bukkakes.
white people don't do this, right? Let's
Listen,
get that one off the table.
When he said
they're
tribe,
white tribes.
when
They're
he
white
said
tribes.
tribes people, I knew he was talking about black guys.
You thought I was. I
No,
weren't
you-
talking about
you-
no black guys.
You for sure were. You just changed.
I was actually no. I was thinking of more like satanic people, so normally white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like cult, weird, odd people masturbating on women.
Oh, weird. Why? What do you mean? Weird people masturbating on women?
Well,
That's a normal.
it's not that I don't mind because I think if one or two people masturbate on a woman, it's kind of
Well,
okay.
there's a
But when
good.
you
Is
got
there? Is it like? Is it one? One is like one on one. Two men. Does that count, or does it have to be
no, two's
more than
okay.
two? Is it
I
a three?
think
Is it three and up? Is a bukkake?
Surely.
Is it two a tag team and then it's like three is a bukkake?
how many men have to be included for it to be
Considered a
bukkake?
real bukkake.
There's no way this is going to come
It's
up
gotta
with
be
a real
three.
answer.
Gotta be three.
Bukkake is a sex act in which one participant is ejaculated on by multiple
Multiple.
participants.
More
Yeah.
than one then.
So two.
Oh no,
two
it
or
says
more.
three. It says three or more. So
So what's two then?
See?
What's two? Like a
Two's-
mini.
Two's just you're
Like
inviting
just
a
a
friend.
khaki. Two's just a. Yeah,
Two's-
just a tag team. Tag
Two's
team.
just-
your mates
two's-
over.
two's just a good weekend. It's just a good time.
Two's a standard night, and then there's everything else stuff.
You guys are so fucked up.
Apparently, I can't remember because I had too much in my eyes. That's why.
No.
That's
What
probably
the
it.
fuck? What the
And-
fuck?
Probably had too much in my ears as well.
Oh,
couldn't
this
hear.
guy. Oh, you just got it from Don Carlos. Don Carlos said that.
God knows. God knows.
Okay. Anyways, sorry guys.
We need some serious stuff now.
Yeah, back to the more important stuff. So the food in Italy. No,
I'll tell you what. One thing about the food, because the produce here, the fish, and the
When you
meat.
say produce,
The produce.
it's like
The
American
fucking food
produce.
is so much better. Like the
Yeah, well,
quality of food, fuck man.
yeah, but that's kind of like that. I know people in North America are gonna get mad right now, but that's kind of like that across Europe.
Yeah.
Like the food here is so overly processed.
Take the cuisine out of it, right? So however you put the
Yeah,
meal
yeah,
together,
yeah.
the meal
You're
flavor,
talking-
fuck that.
You think
Fuck
of
that
what
off.
it is.
Take the raw ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quality is just so much fucking better. Like like Hunter hates fish, right? Hates it.
Right.
And I make it, but he has to eat it. When
Right.
it got here, he's like, "Oh, I don't even need to season it. I don't need to can't hide the taste of it." He goes, and it does, and it's not like we were in the hotel last week when I came. You know when I came on when Martin was on, and
Yeah.
like that hotel room stunk of fish.
Did it?
It doesn't smell here, man. Like we don't have a fishy apartment, and he's eating fish like every fucking meal. So
Good.
I wonder. So I experienced that the first time I think I went to Barcelona,
Yeah.
and when I went to Paris, I was like, this is insane. Like the takeout food. I remember getting takeout. Listen, I'm not even joking, Ben. I remember getting takeout Italian. It was just pasta and something else. And I was like, this tastes better than most fucking restaurants I've been to. But
the fucking avocado here is just like so much creamier and richer and nicer.
But I wonder, like, for example, if you take the eggs, when I went and just had regular eggs at like this one of those hotels we stayed at, I couldn't believe the color. Like they were extremely orange. I almost
Nice.
I was like, I almost thought they put cheese in my scrambled eggs. I was like, what the fuck?
Because it was that color. Yeah.
But and they tasted really rich. But I wonder if you can get that in North America as long as you buy the most premium kind.
Oh, you probably got to go to Whole Foods, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because like if I buy the
no, it's not even that. Like you'll have to go and find like a mom and pop, like a farm.
Right. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, it's not just processed food. It's almost like the farming might be different because like just like you said, the ingredients themselves just taste more rich, more fresh. I don't know what the
beef here too. The beef here, even the chicken, because just a straight chicken breast compared to American chicken breast. Just if you go and buy standard entry level store supermarket chicken.
James is looking at the chat.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ben Moore,
and I know Ben as well. I know
Ben Moore. Thank you for the $4.99. He says Fouad says British food is shit, but has he had proper fish and chips? Okay,
he hasn't.
Can I just hold on a minute?
Yeah, no, you had shitty restaurant. That was
okay.
in a
Wait a minute. I'm not.
Shit.
But wait a minute. I'm not saying British food is shit based on just my. I'm saying like if you look up, if we go to Google and type in like best cuisine in the world, British food is probably not in the top 10.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Sorry, James.
You need to just come and try. You need to get on the plane. You come, you get fed the proper food, and then you make judgment on that.
You need like a proper mum's cooking food.
Yeah,
you don't need to go to a fucking.
You're a victim of the internet.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
You
When
asked me.
you say the country's cuisine is not great, you're not saying every single dish. You're saying as a whole. Like I can say this, as a whole, Italian food is probably ranked in the top 3.
Yeah, but let's look at dishes, not whole cuisine.
No,
Yeah,
because dishes
well,
you
wait,
can't.
wait. But put it this way. French cuisine is well renowned. I'm not
French is
particularly
shit.
fond of it. I don't
French is
like
pretty
French
shit.
cuisine,
Sorry, French
but it's
guys.
highly regarded, but I don't like it. And I've been to fucking good French restaurants. And
Okay,
I've been
but do
to
you guys agree that there is subjective truth and objective truth?
Don't try to get
It,
deep on us. Don't try getting deep with the words
it
here.
either is or it
Let's
isn't,
keep
mate.
it.
It either is
Do
or
you
it
no,
believe?
isn't.
Come on. Come on, man.
I'm
It's
just
like an
saying.
episode of.
No, I'm just saying. Like in everything, there is a subjective truth, and then there is the objective truth.
I don't like the
So,
way you're wording it. You're confusing me.
well,
I'm not
no,
intelligent
because
enough to answer this question.
because like if you like Ben said, like he doesn't like French food. That's his subjective opinion.
Yeah. And then you're
But
thinking from.
there's a generality where people across the world regard French food as being like in the top 3 or top 5 of
Yeah, but
best
the
foods.
majority. Yeah, but just because listen, the majority can still be wrong.
I don't know if they can. That's not really how it works.
It is.
Not really. Like if you look at
Eh,
if you look at a movie, right? The critics can say something and they can be wrong, but if the majority of people vote that this is an awesome movie, then fuck the critics, right?
I will put it another way. Are there more atheists or people that believe in religion?
I have no idea on
There's
that one.
Well,
I,
you don't know that they're wrong, you asshole.
no, I don't know. And I don't even know the answer to that anyway.
Ben's
So,
like, of course, there's more people that believe in religion. So
Wow.
Ben's saying they're all wrong because he doesn't believe in religion.
Ben's,
Prove it. Prove
he's
it.
a Brian Cox universe man.
Um,
Yeah, no, there is subjective and objective, but at the same time,
Ronan said, if it's subjective, then it isn't wrong. Ronan is correct for that person. So for Ben, it's not wrong. He believes that French food's not that great. But there is an objective truth. It's like somebody going outside and saying the sky is fucking green. Yeah, maybe maybe he's colorblind and subjectively he's right. His sky is green, but objectively the sky is blue.
No. Okay, then I'm going to contradict myself here because if there's a person that like, I believe I'm a unicorn in today's world, they're like, well, if you believe that, you're fruit. Now, fuck off, mate. You're not a unicorn.
But this is what I'm saying. There's an objective truth.
No, yeah, okay, but then
so subjectively,
but at some point there's delusion, right?
No,
so you go objective, subjective, fucking idiot.
But in your opinion, it's delusion.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is like this. What I'm saying is subjectively, a guy can walk around and say, I'm a woman. But objectively, we're like, no, the truth is you were born a man, so you're a man. Like there is an objective truth, and then there's that person's truth, which is subjective.
Fuck off that person's truth. You're an idiot.
Well, that's why it's subjective, because it's true for them, but it's not objectively true.
Okay, well, objectively, they're a retard.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm making a point to Ronan. Ronan said, if it's subjective, then it's right. It is for that person, but it's not actually objectively true. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Well, British cuisine is high level then in that case.
One second. Donut Boy, thanks for the $10. Much love to you guys. Your podcast makes the day go by easier. Keep up the amazing work. Hope you are all well, James, Ben, and Fouad. Thank you, Donut Boy.
Donut Boy.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead, James.
You know the problem with the English cuisine is, like you say, a lot of the meals that we do are literally just copies of other nationalities' dishes done slightly differently to suit our taste buds. So our Indian food is not authentic; it's tailored to us, but it's very nice.
Good.
But James, hold on a minute. Let's say before you conquered India and the
rest of the world.
I love it. That's why we got the dishes.
The whole world.
We've taken their dishes. We take your country and your dishes.
Well, it is, isn't it? You guys conquered fucking India.
We fucking were the leading terrorists.
Well, I don't like to look into the past. I'm a man of the future, but yeah.
Maybe no, we definitely were terrorists.
Fouad has a degree in yapology. Well, of course I do. That's why I have a fucking podcast.
Got a long words coming out today. Yeah, go on. Fouad.
Go ahead. No. So what I was going to say is authentic British food is what?
That's your fish and chip.
Shepherd's pie.
Okay, fish and chips is good. Shepherd's pie is amazing.
Bangers
Sunday
and mash.
roast.
Bangers and
Sunday
mash.
fucking roast, mate. Sunday roast with Yorkshire pudding. Fucking can't beat that.
Or bangers and mash. Good Cumberland sausage with a bit of onion, carrot, like onion and mash.
What's bangers and mash?
Bangers is sausages.
A real sausage, though, not a
But
stupid
good
American sausage.
Cumberland sausage.
No, proper sausage. So I mean, the produce matters.
He doesn't know what good sausage is.
The fucking ingredients you use matter, and this is where the British cuisine starts to
Fuad's,
crawl its way back.
Fuad's only ever eaten like cheap frozen shit sausages.
This is what I mean. You have to come to England and have to have the good ingredients for the dish to make sense.
Okay, I've been to the UK twice.
Yeah, but you've been around a bunch of knobs, not the real people.
Where we went and ate at the UK,
the real boys.
Not count, man.
Okay,
we were
let's do that.
Let's at like fucking midnight, and they were serving bar food.
Fuad, you weren't friends with the right people when you came to the UK last time.
Wait, the real restaurant, the restaurant I was going to take us to, you wouldn't wait for, if you remember.
Oh, is that what happened? So
yeah, so they won't sit us. Fuck these guys, and we stormed upstairs.
Well, I don't want to wait. I wouldn't wait at any restaurant in any country. I don't care about eating that much.
It's just because of British food.
I don't want to wait like an hour.
Yeah, you went. I'm not fussy, and then we went to a fucking TGI Fridays and ate fucking ribs and bullshit.
Replica of American stuff. Man. It's not even.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at this.
Come on, that's it.
Rank food
fucking...
amongst. What should I write here? Rank food amongst countries.
Top national cuisine. I don't know.
Let's see what comes out. Italy, China, France, Spain, Japan, India, Greece, Thailand.
Yes.
It's not even in the top 8.
Yeah, England. But we do food from every.
We do all of those. Yeah,
that's not.
We do Greek.
We do
Persian food. Persian food should be on that fucking.
That's
list,
not the point.
List.
That's not your. I'm saying that's not your authentic food.
Right. Have you ever had a proper full English breakfast at a good place?
Only the one at the airport.
Shit, man! Come on.
Remember the one at the airport?
Tragedy.
No, James. We're thinking to that. Is it spilt milk? Go take him there, mate.
I know. That's enough to win him over.
Wait. This guy wrote. Dane says, "Biggest lie ever. Fuad doesn't care about eating that much." Okay.
No, it's not that. He's not fussy. He literally went, "I'm not fussy. I just want to eat."
When I get hungry, I will eat whatever is the fastest restaurant that will sit us down.
Yeah.
Like remember for Nick Walker's birthday, we had to wait an hour.
You ordered the cheesecake first.
James, we went to he wanted to go Cheesecake Factory because that's like Nick's favorite restaurant.
Favorite, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So we go to Cheesecake Factory and they're like, it's an hour wait. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never, and I'm not trying to be like I'm important or something. I don't think any food is that important that I'm going to wait an hour for it. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm like, but it's Nick's birthday. So I'm like, okay. So we sit down and we're sitting there and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so fucking horrible. Yeah. I'm starving and I'm too impatient for this.
Yes.
So I ordered a fucking Oreo cheesecake while I was sitting there. Just to like,
why not? Good man. It's got to be done sometimes. You have to do that. I know the feeling. I'm like that. Like I could be with friends, and if there's a Five Guys next door, I'm like, I'll be back in a minute. Come back in with a Five Guys because I can't wait.
Yeah, I
get hungry too. Can't stop being man when he's hungry.
Reverend Terminator says, Fuad, you must watch The Last Kingdom. You will respect the Anglo-Saxons so much after that. I have seen it. Love that show. And I respect the British people greatly. I just think it's one thing they don't do great. That's all. You don't have to be great at everything. Like, fuck, you guys are so sensitive.
I feel like I want to have you over here for like a week in an RV. And we go from the bottom of the country to the top, and you try all the different cuisines. So we can start like I don't know, fucking Brighton or something, and then we end up in Scotland, and you try cuisines all the way up. And I reckon you'd love our country and never move away.
All right, if I fly there, and rent an RV,
tour.
Will you travel?
If I can train and I'm fed, I'm doing it.
How long does it take to travel to your country? It's like a day.
Oh, not very long, bro.
Yeah, about half a day.
About half a day. I reckon. Let's say you do like four or five stops.
So it takes like 2 days, 3 days.
I'd say 3 or 4.
Okay, me and Ben are going to come there. We're going to rent an RV. We're going to rent an RV.
Yeah.
And we're going to travel to the best gyms and the best food spots. Not like fine dining, just like good food spots in the UK.
I reckon.
And at the end, we will judge subjectively where they stand.
We should do that, and I think you should pitch it to like a channel like what channel
Net-
had
Pitch it to
like,
Netflix.
yeah. No, honestly.
What are we gonna call? What's it gonna called? What's the name?
Uh I don't know, but the concept itself.
Bukkake in the UK.
Bukkake road trip. So we just do a bukkake
Bodybuilding and bodybuilding and bukkake.
so that's like the nightly thing. You do a bukkake every night at each stop with a different woman from that place.
It has to be from that city, yeah.
We get to experience the different women of the country.
Oh my god.
Through bukkake. Sorry, ladies.
All right. Anyway, so Ben, you're in Italy. Now we've argued about food for half an hour.
Yeah.
But okay, just before I get off this topic.
Are you still going on it?
No, I'm gonna get off this topic, but can you guys at least accept that, like,
no?
Why? I'm looking at a fucking.
No, do you know why? Because I feel like the UK is very small, so it doesn't get an even chance because we don't have a big enough country to kind of impose.
Wait, for one,
that
number
should 10?
Not be on the fucking list. That first number 10 should not be on the fucking list.
Okay, I will give you that because the United States, I don't even know what their food is.
Other than how's that even American?
Burgers and ribs. Fuck off.
Is a burger even American anyway?
What is American food? A burger, rib, hot dog.
Fuck, hot dogs are terrible, man. Especially
I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs.
Listen, hot dogs in England are better because they use a real fucking sausage.
Yeah, but Ben, you know me. You know me though. I like the shittier the food. Sometimes I like it more.
Oh, mate.
Like my charcuterie board is like a Lunchable.
Yeah, you are a Walmart.
I love shit food. I don't know why I love shit food. I think it was the way I grew up. Because my mom made everything from scratch, so sometimes the shittier the food, the better.
I do love it. This chat is mostly not British because we're not really winning, Ben. When you watch,
you're not. I haven't.
You can't because we're on your clock. We're on Fouad clock. So
that's not true. There's a lot of. That's not true. There's a lot of British guys that watch this channel.
Anyone
British people don't speak. British people don't speak up. We're very polite.
Scott Carl says British people don't know what seasoning is.
Exactly.
This is true.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this.
Wait, I tell you why. You know why? We don't need to because our fucking food tastes so good.
Wait a minute.
The ingredients is so good. We don't need to cover it in fucking sauce and spices.
Wait a minute. Dane's right here. You also get a smoked brisket. That's smoked meat. That's an American thing, right?
Brisket is nice. I do like a brisket.
Yeah. Like Texas barbecue is all American. James, I got a question here for you. Why did James stop podcasting with Kuba and Jamie Joall?
Kuba's too busy, and he's on his own little ventures in the world with taking over with his MK coaching. And Jamie doesn't even he's not even a bodybuilder anymore. He's gladiator now. He's the giant. I don't think he's allowed to be around any of us anymore because of all the things we talk about.
Why? So, I just saw Josh Maley, by the way.
Well, because the guy's contracted to be a star now, so some things we talk about won't cross well. So he's on his adventure.
He's mainstream. He's
mainstream now, bro, which is good.
I detect some sarcasm in your voice.
No, but he is mainstream. He's actually literally on television being like a celebrity.
British TV.
We got to look after him and protect him.
You can't. He's like Mike O'Hearn now.
Yes.
Is he really?
Pretty much.
Oh, good for him though. That's a nice.
He's doing well.
Listen, that's a nice transition for him because
it's great.
I hate to say this, and I hope this doesn't come across in a rude way, but at his height, I don't know if he was ever going to become a top.
Listen,
just let me finish for a second. At his height, I don't know if he was ever going to be a top 10 Olympian or a top 5 Olympian. That's probably his aspiration. So, and it's not because his physique is bad. It's just because it's hard to fill out 6'6".
Listen, I spoke to him after he did the Legion show, which I think is like his best. He got 4th, right? I think it was like his best. Right. Him and I were going back and forth, and I hope he doesn't mind me talking about this. If he does, then sorry, it's too late. But he was talking about his potential and realistically, he didn't want to have to jeopardize his health to really fill out that frame and pack on the tissue because the last off season he did was
really bad.
He really felt the weight on his body, on his frame. Right. And he still was nowhere near filling out that frame. Like he has such a pretty I can imagine if it was filled out like that front lat spread is fucking beautiful.
Well,
but he just needs so much more in him.
And that goes to the main point. It's like where he was at when he retired was absolutely massive, but still had to grow like another 25% to stand with like guys like Derek, Hottie, Sampson, like these guys at the very top that are completely filled out. So it's like, then you got to think, okay, I'm 6'6". I already weigh 350 pounds, 400 pounds. How much more gear do I have to take? And
Yeah.
how much
I
more
mean,
stress am I putting on my
yeah,
body?
it's
When
not
I get,
even gear though.
how big?
It's just straight body weight, right? Even just to be that heavy.
Yeah, but think
Yeah, the
about what
gear
he
makes
think,
it worse for
but
sure.
think
But
about, no, but I'm just saying, like, think about what he has to do to get to 450 pounds. Like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you got to think
so
to
that
yourself, like, that's entering like Greg Kovacs territory. Like, that shit's hard on your body.
yeah.
So,
I literally I had this exact conversation like an hour ago. I was in the gym. Josh Maley, James knows Josh
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah.
well.
He's another big giant
Josh
guy.
says he's about to do his pro debut, or his like second official pro debut. But it's also his last year competing because he's like, I'm gonna have to kill myself to get big enough. And he goes, I'm realistic enough to know to feel out 6'5". Like he's peeled out of his mind, and he's 289 pounds and fucking skinless,
mhm.
like sunken cheeks and dead flat at 289. And he's like,
I
how
mean,
much
look,
stress he's at 36 years old. He's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? You know, keep filling
I
this
mean,
out. And
look, it's a calculation every bodybuilder has to make, and I think the guys that are realistic with themselves get out when they should get out. Like,
on their terms.
and I think for a lot of guys, they maybe should get out sooner, but I think you never know what your true potential is until you've put in enough time to like really exhaust all your options.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
And
So like
also like
for,
once you
sorry, for example, somebody might have said to Jamie Joall when he was starting, hey, you're 6'6". It's probably never going to happen. But when you're in our line of work or when you're trying to achieve your dream, you're like, I got to find out for myself.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I think he did. And then he got to a point where he was like, okay, now there's a fork in the road. And I think he made the right choice.
Yeah, and the danger with it is, like you said, if you get to that point where you start going backwards, and you go,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm out. Like there's been that now you've probably already gone too far once you start going backwards, and now there's that you damage
Yeah.
damage has been done.
You have to
From some
consider
of it.
this as well. Bear in mind, Jamie's a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that's probably the biggest deciding factor of all this. And the reason that a lot of people do go longer is because they're not parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the ones that are parents are the ones that normally get that sensation of, okay, I need to be around for them, so maybe I should call it a day. Whereas the ones without don't really have that happen as soon.
Yeah.
Because we're really only thinking about what can we do, what's our end limit, where can we get to? It's just perspective, isn't it? Obviously, if you're children, they become the main factor in your thoughts. And if you don't have children, you're still the main drive.
Well, I think you're right, James, because I think like if I think of how selfish do I want to be? Okay, Summer will suffer if I pass away, but she's a grown woman and she will probably move on and be okay. But if you have a
Yeah,
child,
I'll find her another fella for you.
yeah,
Don't
I'm
worry.
sure Ben will send some people her
Step
way.
up. Step up.
I know some lads.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is though, your kids are it's different. I mean, Ben would know. Ben has a child,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's like, but yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think that makes the equation much, much different. So, but it's also interesting. The nice thing,
Can I just add something as well? Because
yeah,
someone did say in chat, there's plenty of bodybuilders that still went hard with kids and died. Of course there is. And they're the ones
yeah.
that mindset, unfortunately, may have been more about them at the time. But knowing Jamie and knowing people like that, Jamie's a family guy. And I think the family guys and the people that are very much about being a positive role model and parent are the ones that think a bit
Okay,
more and don't go crazy.
actually, I want to touch on that anyway because let's take that sentence. There's
It's
plenty
a
of
bit of a
bodybuilders.
generic.
It's not that it just feels almost. I don't know if that's a little insulting or I'm just taking it the wrong way. But the way I look at it is yes. So Cedric had 4 kids, I believe. Cedric
Yeah, I
had
think
four kids and went hard,
Mm.
but Cedric was making a living. So that's part of your calculation. You're like,
Trying to
okay,
provide for his
you're
children.
like, I make 6 figures a year. I have 4 kids. I'm paying for their college. I'm paying for their food. I'm paying for whatever it is. So that's part of the equation, part of the reason you go hard. I think the equation for Jamie Joall versus Cedric is very different. Cedric, I think we would all agree, had potential to be a top 6 Olympian. I mean, he won an Arnold, he beat Kai Green. Like this is a big deal, right? So you make that calculation in your mind. You're like, okay, like even at my level, I wasn't at Cedric's level, but I would say to myself, okay, I'm probably doing a little damage to my body, but I'm pulling in 6 figures a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do I balance this? And when is it time to
Even
walk away?
even if you don't compete, right? Say you're just a Insta social media bodybuilder, but you've got a big contract.
But
like,
you're making money. Yeah.
And also, you have to remember, because someone else made a comment about there are other ways to provide. There's not really for a lot of bodybuilders because they don't know anything else. A lot of bodybuilders only ever did bodybuild. Like,
well, the thing is this, okay, we'll touch on that one, but we'll touch on that one. There's other ways to provide. Yes, there is. The problem is when you start going down this road. So let's say I started bodybuilding at 20, started competing at 20. By 30 now, let's say I have a couple contracts, I'm making some decent money, and I have kids and I want to get out. Okay, but I'm 30 and I'm making $150,000 a year.
Yep.
And I have one kid or two kids. Where am I going to go as a bodybuilder and start at 30 years old and make $150,000 a year?
Exactly.
So it's not as easy. It's not very easy to say there are other ways to provide, because there isn't really other ways to provide where it's going to give you the same amount of money, the same amount of time, the same amount of like all of these options that you have as a bodybuilder. So you're still, again, making a calculation. I'm risking my health, but I'm making a lot of money. I have time for my kids, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. Right.
Exactly.
So these are all.
Yeah, and you don't have hindsight, so no one's expecting themselves to die,
right?
Like, so, you have to take that into consideration, and also, like you say, it's not even just about that. On a mental level, when you've dedicated yourself to something so long that becomes your identity, even if you have no kids, it's hard to come away from it,
right?
Let alone if you're making a living out of it. I know bodybuilders that go into their 60s that compete, haven't earned a penny from bodybuilding, struggle to let go. Right. So imagine when you're getting paid 150 plus thousand a year, you get to go to nice countries and see things you never would have been able to see. You wouldn't have had those opportunities everywhere else. Of course, it's very hard to walk away from. And it's hard because, listen, unless you've experienced it, guys, it doesn't really make sense. But I can tell you now, and I know Fouad can tell you, he's been in that position, and we don't have kids. And it's still hard to want to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, maybe I should do something else. Because there's been times where all of us think that, but it's still hard because you've consolidated something that is financially stable, and you feel secure in, and it is who you are because you've worked so many years to become that.
So, well, and at the base of it, you love it. Like, listen, I've been retired for the last show I did was 2017, and I retired in 2020. I still wake up some days and like I would say 80% of the time now I've learned to accept that bodybuilding is gone for me. But there's still 10-20% of the days where I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I wish I could still do it. Like it becomes it's not just your identity, it becomes your whole life. Like you do it. It's not easy to just say, well, you can just do something else.
Like imagine like applying yourself to, I don't know, like some sort of monk way of living, and you do these practices every day where they become your routine, and you do that for 15, 20, 30 years. And then suddenly you're like, well, I've got to break that routine now.
Right.
Like, it may be something completely different, but it is, you've perfected this rhythm of your existence. It's not even just to go into the gym, it's everything. It's the eating the meals, it's the getting up at 7 o'clock, having the black coffee, going for a walk, all those things become your existence and your living and your comfort. To come away from them becomes a really difficult thing.
This guy, Hersey8, makes a good point too. He said, also, if you put 10 years of work in before you start to be successful, and then you would have to quit when you just started to do very good, it's pretty tough, which makes sense because you most of your 20s, like for me anyway, when I started when I was 20, most of your 20s you spend trying to get to the point where you're getting paid. So then when you finally start getting paid, you're like, oh, am I going to walk away now? No, now you want to enjoy the fruits of your effort to get to that point. So anyway, the whole point of the conversation is I'm giving Jamie credit for being able to do that.
Yeah.
Because most guys can't. Some guys making money, some guys not making money, some guys with kids, some guys without kids. It's hard to just step away from something you love. So,
and it's even hard still when there is an opportunity that sounds good presented.
Right.
Because of those things we've spoke about. Someone could promise you something tomorrow that pays very well, but because of the attachment that you have, it's still incredibly hard to say, okay, yes, I'll do that because of change.
Right. Ultimately, it's still your passion,
Yeah.
Like I miss bodybuilding. I miss that. It's fucking. It was fun.
Like I said,
like,
go ahead. Sorry, Ben.
No, I'm just saying, like, the hard part about it is still being like half foot in, half foot out of it, you know?
That's a really bad place to be. Like that's like I'm 100% out of it now. I have no delusions of ever being big again or anything like
Kind of,
that.
no, not really though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I'm never like me
you
and the
own a supplement business, you run the,
Oh no,
like,
no, I'm
you're,
still listen, I still love bodybuilding, but I'm talking about being a competitor. I'm 100% out of that
Yeah,
mindset.
you're not comparing
no,
yourself
yeah,
anymore.
no, for sure. But I mean, like, we're still on the road with the guys and we still like go to shows and like, I feel like if I had retired and gone into like banking, I'd be, oh, that's
Okay,
like,
so let me tell you a story. So when I finally retired, before I started Hostile and before I started a podcast even, I told my brother that. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to be depressed if I'm still part of that life. So I'm going to go get a real estate license and I'm going to sell houses. Or I'm going to go get a car sales license and sell cars because I love cars. So I'm like, I'll just do one of those things. I'll probably be really good at selling cars or whatever. And that was my plan. And my brother said to me, it would be a shame for you to put 20 years into something and then just throw it all away when there's probably something you could take from it. So I don't mind being like, as you say, half in, like as a spectator or a media personality or whatever that may be. It just took me time to step all the way out of the competitive physical
that's
side of
what
it.
I
Yeah.
meant. Like, the
Yeah.
transition probably was slower than if
Dude.
you'd have just,
Yeah. You still, if you're still around it, like there was, I mean, and I don't know if, like we've had many conversations. The first 2 years after retirement, I just couldn't accept it. I was like in
Mhm.
a situational depression. I wasn't like clinically depressed, but I was like situationally depressed about it because it is hard to fucking walk away and just do something else. So it's like
Yeah.
even more credit to people like Jamie because I was forced to get out because of health reasons. Jamie doesn't have any health problems. He's
Oh,
just has good foresight to say
yeah.
this is a better direction for my life. And
I
Ben, same goes for you. I mean,
You did the same.
you did the same. You were competing. You wanted to stay huge and get big and fucking. You had a child, and you're like, you know what? I'm making the proper decision for my life. You
Yeah.
like when I met you, you were 200 and fucking 90 pounds. Like, so I don't know. It's just a. I think it's something more bodybuilders should do is like find that fork in the road and go, okay, where is this taking me, and is it worth it? So anyway,
Oh, the hard part. So real quick on that, the hard part, and we've been discussing this for the last few days. Bodybuilders, a lot of them are delusional or unrealistic about their real potential.
oh yeah, but that, but you know what though? I think that sometimes to myself, and I'm like, is it delusion or is it like I said, like sometimes you're like, I've done this for so long, but have I turned over every rock? So they're like, if I do more, will I be better? So they don't want to quit until they've done everything
Yeah,
possible.
but there's even guys that are like seasoned who are like, yeah, I could make it to the Olympia. And I'm like, you realize that means winning a show now. It's not collecting points and just fucking like
Mm,
Yeah.
winning a show. Like, and you have to be pragmatic about your physique. Like, you have to take your head off your shoulders and go, okay, does this physique look like it can win a men's open pro show? If we're talking about open bodybuilding, like
mm.
very few are in that realm.
You know what I noticed about bodybuilders? I feel like they're so black and white. James, I don't know if you noticed this. Like bodybuilders are either really, really hard on themselves when they're actually really good, or they're extremely delusional when they're not very good. Like there's
Yeah.
no in between. It's either a guy who actually looks really like Frank was like this. Cedric was like this. To bring Cedric up again. Cedric was like this. A guy who's absolutely phenomenal, but doesn't necessarily see it.
Mhm.
And had to be told how phenomenal he was. Um, and then you have guys who I won't name who are couldn't even smell the placing where Cedric placed, but think they're better.
Yeah,
So
I see that a lot.
it's weird how it's black and white. There's no like in between bodybuilders.
It's true.
Uh,
It's often occurrence.
Blue Collar Bodybuilding says, just want to say hi. Thanks for the entertainment over the years. Been watching since the day I got out of detox sober, and I'm now 3 years deep and 4 weeks out.
Good man.
Amazing. Is that so? Does that mean you're 3 years deep, sober, and 4 weeks out from a show, or is that 3 years and 4 weeks?
And what's he running for his first show? Does that count?
What's your cycle?
Does that
cycle,
count?
bro?
Like, does that count?
Well, not to make light of your sobriety, because I know how serious it is, but I do have a question. And my brother-in-law is a recovering addict, so I could ask him, but if you are sober from drinking, but then you take steroids, does that still mean you're sober?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I was asking. Like, because
yeah, but you're being an asshole. You're being an asshole about it. I'm being serious.
Oh yeah. So.
The Priest, 3:42 a.m. Look who's live. He just texted me. So he's awake already at 3:42. Yeah.
He's probably doing cardio. Motherfucker does cardio like 3 times a day.
He's walking to his breakfast. He's walking to breakfast. He's going to go and fucking pound 10,000 calories. Yeah.
I want to read this one here. Benchipped says Jay Cutler couldn't walk away from competitive bodybuilding when he was a millionaire through real estate at the time, and he still couldn't walk away. That's true, but I also think Jay didn't walk away because he was still winning.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think Jay made the proper exit. Once he finally lost, he was like, okay, I think it's time to go. Like the second time he lost, not the first time. What else do we have here? Any other comments here that James, that you saw or that we should read? Seeing people like Ben and Ian step. Oh, we forgot about Ian. Ian's another one. Seeing people like Ben.
Ian's half out. Ian's half out. Ian's for sure half out.
Yeah, I could tell he still thinks about it. Seeing people like Ben and Ian step away and give the example that you can before things fall apart is huge for people. Impacted me for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Ian's done a really good job. He's stepped away. He's kept his contracts because he still posts. He's still very influential. And now he's launching his Phonetic app, like the training app.
It's a good app.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's already got like he's already got like 4 or 5,000 people signed up.
The really fucking interesting thing about Ian was he retired between winning the show and competing at
Olympia qualification. Yeah, he could have done another Olympia. He was qualified.
Like, it was not like he was like, my physique started to like, well, I didn't place. But like, guy just won fucking Toronto, right? So
this isn't inside information. I'm just going to say kind of how I think about it. I think he needed a break. And I think when he's fully ready, I'm hoping he'll come back.
Detroit Pro 2024.
Ian definitely could. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I've got a little update, just one more update from Lee. He said, no feeding the cats. Fuck Jay. Laughing out loud. Fuck Jay. Lee's the only person that can say fuck Jay. When they're in a room together, they're like that. I've seen them in a room together. They're good friends. It's a joke. He did say, I do comment on the live, but I think Fouad's got me blocked. Laughing out loud.
So, no, I don't.
Sorry, Lee.
Lee, I don't have you blocked if you're watching.
Lee, if you're watching.
Why not? Why not? I mean,
well, I shouldn't.
It's probably because he's alluded. He's got some scary comments sometimes.
No, I don't have Lee blocked. I really don't. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Ben, take your hat off. I don't know why that's important.
Just checking. It's not.
When will James compete again? I think you said that a couple weeks ago, right? Or
I haven't said anything about competing yet, but obviously probably first half of next year.
Ooh.
Detroit Pro. Yeah. And just for people watching the live, and I don't know if you've watched Bro Chat at all, but we are adding Classic. Yeah, we're adding Classic.
My 212 mate's still well upset.
Tell your 212 guy to join Classic. Tell him to
I'll tell him to do Classic. Jordan, go mess.
You know what? I saw that guest posting. You know what? Now that I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Real fat. Sorry.
No, I'm glad you reminded me of that. I want to show this. So
no, Jordan's not. He's still got his fucking intercostal still stripped.
Oh, yeah, Jordan's still. Well, I flexed my abs in one picture and I look like I had abs still, but I'm pretty heavy, not very comfortable.
I think like Jordan's one of those people that always has those stripped intercostals.
Yeah,
even though he's a fat
he can do a quarter turn all year round.
Yeah.
You know that guy.
Where's James? I gotta fucking see him.
I don't think I've got anything on mine.
Yeah,
go to Ant Bell's. Ant posted it.
Oh yeah, he sent it to me. That's right,
guys. In the chat, I'm just a big fat mess.
Look how big this motherfucker is when you walk out. What are you now? What do you weigh now? 3 what?
I was 310, 311 there, but look at this Derby on me, the old Derby boy. But you can't.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Reese. He's good as well. He's a nice guy.
Reese is like a big boy. He's got
a lot of weight.
Oh, it's this guy here. He is a pro. 280.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I was actually really shocked about? I didn't
What?
realize your training partner was this fucking big.
Oh, he's jacked, mate. That's why you need 212. He
No,
is
like
jacked. He's strong as well.
he's super fucking thick. Look at the
Yeah,
legs on that.
he's very strong as well. Very strong. Yeah, I'm just a big bloater at the minute, but it's part of the parcel.
No, dude, 311. That's fucking good condition for 311.
So
You're having so much trouble posing. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's terrible. I said to the audience, I said, guys, I did a little comment after. I was like, yeah.
Dude, you fixed your leg.
Well, it's getting better. Not 100%, bro.
The volume, there's so much more volume in that quad.
Dude, that quad is sweeping fucking.
That motherfucking quad be sweeping, boy. Yeah, that's getting better. Anyway, enough of looking at I don't like looking at myself fat. To me,
well, you don't have to look at it. We're looking at it.
James, what was the fix on the quad? The last time we spoke, we were.
I haven't fixed it. It's not fixed.
You just rested and ate.
Well, I'm getting a lot of physiotherapy on it and stuff, so it's slowly getting better.
You got more like connection in it.
Okay, question before you answer. Sorry, and I know somebody in the chat's probably asking this, and I'm not looking at the chat right now. But why did you guys opt to not tan?
I don't like tanning.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm white, bro.
I don't like fatties when they tan.
Wait a minute, James. Are you embracing your whiteness? Or
absolutely, I like the glare of the whiteness. I got to show who I am.
I like the glare of the whiteness.
But James also has that like Evan and Branch kind of complexion where it almost looks a little worse with tan on, unless you're peeled and.
You know, who used to say that Evan used to say that Evan used to guest pose with no tan on purpose because he said if you're fat and not fat, but if you're not shredded and you fucking put tan on, it just makes you look more smooth.
The thing for me, it gets rid of like some of the vascularity and stuff that I have when I'm more pale. So like this kind of shit, like even though it just kind of disappears when I put tan on top.
Yeah. Michael Holder, Marine Mike. He's an avid watcher of the show. Appreciate everything you do, Fouad. Being hooked since I saw you and Luke back during COVID. Love from Detroit, Marine Mike. Thank you, brother.
Detroit, baby.
And then Susta-K94 says, Fouad, for how many dollars you post a front double on your IG? Fuck no amount of money.
An old one, a throwback, You need to specify when from.
Yeah, that's right. My arms went from 23 inches to like 18. It's like there's no fucking way I'm posting a front double anytime soon. Oh yeah, that's a good point. How's James' hair tattoo coming?
Like slowly, like it's kind of.
How many?
I wonder why your hair looks a little.
How many sessions is that now?
I've had like 4. I'll probably one more, and then once I.
But it doesn't look very different than the second session.
No, because it doesn't till it's finished. Because I've had to slowly come down.
Oh, okay.
And I won't lie, my 2 things. I've got very thick skin on my head versus most people.
Okay.
And 2, I don't really give it long enough after the treatment as long as I should to let it settle. So I sweat.
What does that mean?
You should really have like 4 or 5 days off.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. So if you get this done, all you're meant to do, just take a few days off the gym and it will stick a lot better. It's because I go and train quite soon after and still fuck it up a little bit. It's my own dude.
But I think
he leaves the tattoo shop and goes to the fucking.
No, straight next door. I literally went, she's next door. But no, yes, you're meant to.
I think all bodybuilders are probably going to do that, James. So can I ask you this? What is the normal amount of treatments for somebody who follows the rules? 3 or 4?
Oh, mate, 3 or 4.
So for somebody who doesn't follow the rules, it's like what, 6, 7, 8?
I reckon 5, 6.
So how dark are you going to go? Just a shade, or are you like trying to make it look like you have full head of hair?
So this, my friend who was in today, actually, his looks like this bit looks exactly the same as this bit. So it should just look like it all connects. So whatever stubble you have.
Oh, you don't want it to look like you're bald at all.
Yeah, no, I want it to look like stubble.
Yeah,
like no bald. Yeah. So
okay.
That's it. Just you've got like this little.
I'm thinking about it. I mean, I already have some there, but I think it's just more on the sides.
Honestly, like you say, just it's because I'm really bad with doing things like the proper way.
Aaron V says, with all due respect, Fouad looks like a melted candle now. Motherfucker, you have no idea what I look like. I'm fucking shredded underneath this fucking shirt.
You know how hard it is to look like a
melted candle. No. Whoever that guy is, he's right. He's right. Sorry.
Not for long. I'm
back on Anavar.
Somebody said every every 4 weeks, Fouad goes on a new diet. He's like, it's been happening for 3 years now during the podcast. But I vow this time.
Fuck off.
Okay. No, I'm serious. You know why? This is why. This got me motivated. I gotta show you guys this.
Trust.
The picture of me? It's me, isn't it?
This is Ben Chow right now.
Oh fuck! I was joking. Fuck.
Nah, this is Ben Chow. He's been doing photo shoots for us.
Bit of ab going on.
I'm extremely happy with the photo shoots that you've been doing, Ben. You actually, this is like, because you know why? I think this is
like a nice.
Sorry, that's Carl. Where the fuck are you here? Oh, you were in the first shot.
You thinking it's like a good look for people to want to try to obtain?
That was my.
You're very attainable. You're very attainable.
You're very obtainable, Ben.
Thanks.
I don't. Is that rude? Is that rude? It's not rude. I want to have an.
No. It's a physique that requires hard work, but it means you haven't got to take loads of drugs.
It's the way it takes. It takes not eating fucking pasta in Italy just as soon as you land.
Yeah, he's being pretty strict.
Right. But I think what I meant by attainable is like, ideally, what I would like to look like is like 230 and lean, which is not attainable for the majority of people, but I think for bodybuilders, it's more attainable. Like for the guys who are pretty serious, they can get to that, right? They're not going to get to fucking 290, but like 220, 230 is like a more reasonable place for a lot of guys who train. So I think like that's the look I want. So I'm just like, it's
just annoying being hungry all the time, man. I'll be honest.
It does take that, doesn't it? To be in good shape, you have to always be on the verge of hunger all the time.
I'm constantly just like, oh, my stomach's empty. I could eat.
But let me ask you this, Ben. Is there a point, and this actually people watching might be interested in this, because I think this sometimes. I remember when I would get shredded for a show, it's much easier to keep that level of conditioning than it is to get to that level of conditioning.
Yeah.
It depends how you get there. I know it sounds like a cop out.
Well, like what I mean is this: like right now, I'm not doing any special diet. I'm just doing a low carb, like don't eat a lot of volume, just calorie deficit diet.
Sensible diet, yeah.
What'd you say?
Like sensible, like not eating like
yeah. I'm just not eating. I'm not eating any crap. I'm eating basically a bodybuilding diet, low carb, and I'm eating when I'm hungry, like 3 times a day. So, what I was gonna say is, I'm being strict right now, though, in like the amount of food I'm eating. But if let's say I was to get to 230 or 235, I know I can probably get in 1 or 2 cheat meals a week and hold that 235. It's just getting to the 235 is where.
For how long though?
Well, as long
that's
as
where it will split. That's where it will like start to.
Okay, but wait a minute. I'm not talking about a Ben cheat meal, because I know me and you have like binge days where we like go
Don't
off.
put me in the same fucking cart.
You're worse than I am, James. This mother.
Wait. I'm better than you are. I can put more food in. I'm much better.
You're better at binging. Yes, I'll give you that. No, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, if you binge 2 times a week, you'd be fucked. I'm talking about just like a 5 Guys meal twice a week. It's not going to do anything.
But this is, and maybe this is a me problem. I'd rather not have any refeeds.
I know.
Than have one refeed. One refeed just sets the wheels in motion. Where I'm like, fuck, man, let me get some more.
I 100% agree with you, but I think that's the problem I've had in retirement. Like there has to be a livable way to move forward and not just be like up and down all the time. I don't want to do that anymore.
So to answer your question at the very beginning, that's what I do. I am on diet until I'm going to meet a friend and go to a restaurant.
And then you enjoy yourself. Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm in Milan. I'm going to meet Patrick, or after the show with Hunter and his family. Cool. But while we're just working, no, fuck that.
So your strategy is, I'm not gonna have a cheat because of timing or because of craving. I'm gonna have a cheat when it's special.
When I socialize with people, and then if it ends up being like a week, like I'm in Mexico with the family, I can take the week off because I took no cheats for 8 weeks or whatever. Like, no, I don't need a weekly or I'm flat. I'm flat all the fucking time.
James, I know you're far away from this still, but what do you envision your post bodybuilding
physique to be?
Not physique, your post bodybuilding eating strategy to make sure you're not in this.
I'll just reduce the amount of meals I have a day.
But you think you'll stay on like a semi bodybuilding type diet, just less food, less meals?
Yeah, I think that'll be like 3 meals a day.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This guy wrote Saul Marcus wrote Fouad is ordering Uber Eats almost every bro chat though. Okay, can I tell you something? That is actually
low carb bread.
No, that's actually true up until this last 2 weeks.
Okay, so you've been 2 weeks deep.
For some reason, when I talk about food, because we talk on, you know, when we do these podcasts, well, I get like it gets in my head, and then I gotta eat something.
Blood sugar starts dropping. You're like, oh.
You know, so I had this conversation with Denise the other day because she's like, "Oh, I found it so." Actually, you know what she said? Since we left Fouad's, because I found it so hard. I mean this. She was like, I was doing so well on the carnivore diet, and then we did Detroit, and we stayed at Fouad's, and we just ate shit like after the show. And she was like, we had pizza, and then like it's been on since then, right?
See?
Yeah, but the thing that I said that I had to go through was, okay, if I'm not in the shape I want to be, in the health I want to be now, it's only going to get worse. I'm getting older.
Yeah, your body does.
And I'm only going to have my youth for so long.
Right.
And it's slipping away. And you have to be much more mindful of that.
Man.
That sounds boring and shitty, but
Ben sounds like my mind. Ben, when you speak, it sounds like my mind. That's why I'm always constantly questioning everything, because I feel like me and you feel like we're older than I feel like me and you think we're 50.
Mate,
you guys, when I talk to you guys, it's like you're
old bastards.
I'm talking to people my age.
I know.
We're very mature.
Like,
we're very mature.
No, you're just old.
Wise.
Fucks.
We're very wise. Wise and mature and articulate. And
mate, Ben's words are like when I lay in bed at night, that's what rings through my ears.
Well, the reason I asked you, James, is I know you like food.
I love food.
So I'm like, are you gonna, when you're retired, you don't have to show your physique anymore, and nobody cares about how you look? Are you going to be able to stick to like a cheat meal a week or every 2 weeks or whatever the strategy is?
The thing with me, I could never let myself be a fat slob. That's just facts. Yeah. I'm not that way inclined. So whether it means I do more cardiovascular work or some sort of activities to kind of keep me in check, fine. If the food's lower, fine. I'll never let myself be uncomfortable physically.
I'm like that's kind of how I am. It's like when it gets too out of hand, I'm like, oh.
Like I wouldn't even be as heavy as I am right now if I wasn't still competing. Like it's just because I have to.
No, if you weren't
310, fuck no. Man, that's gonna be
there's no way.
Shit.
Muhammad Kareem says, Fouad, what is your favorite childhood food? Fuck, I honestly,
craft dinners.
Yeah, it was like anything shitty. No, you're not. I think you're right. I think you're right, because it was like I would make 2 boxes at a time. And I wouldn't use milk. I would just use extra butter.
Oh man.
You know, the recipe calls for like X amount of milk and X amount of butter.
Yeah.
And then
I'll just put the butter and the milk measurements together.
I would just double the butter, and I'm like, oh, that's creamy as fuck.
Man.
So why does my heart hurt?
I know, right? Let's read some of these. Being able to stay shredded is like being financially disciplined. When you are rich, it reveals how you really are ultimately. That's a pretty good comparison. Ben Chip says, look at the thumbnail guy put on his last podcast, made himself look pretty jacked. And Nick Small behind him. Weird. Should be the other way around. Yeah, I don't think that really means anything. Who had go outside for a run and you'll be healthy? No.
That's a good point. At the minute, the one thing I am happy about is I feel very versatile, right? Like I've been training with these guys and can hang, and my strength has been in a pretty good spot, but I can also put my trainers on and have it go for hello. I can also go for a jog in the mornings, right, and be pretty comfortable. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of where I want to be. And talking about cheat meals, if I have a cheat meal and I try and jog tomorrow morning, my knees are gonna fucking be inflamed and sore and shitty.
Yeah.
So
I might go delivery now. She gets that ordered.
What's the go-to?
I got a bodybuilding question for you guys. Where would Keon place of this year's Open Olympia?
Top 10.
Yeah, top 10. That's fine. But is it top 5?
No, 5 to 10.
Where 5 to 10? Can you be more specific? Does he beat Martin? Does he beat
no?
Raphael? Does he beat Rafa?
Yes.
I think
doesn't beat Martin.
Yeah,
from the back is superior.
I think I can agree with that. So you have him in like the 7, 8, 9 spot.
Mm-hmm.
I would too. I was actually doing like an Olympia. Do you know one person that kind of I don't know where they're going to land? I'm really confused.
Yeah.
Not confused, but I can't tell because I think they look so good. It's Jewett.
I don't think
Like,
he's gonna. I agree with you. I think that's still in that same like 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spot.
The problem he's gonna have is he's
Get,
what 230, low 230s,
well,
and without spectacular anything like standout structure wise.
well, let's just do the process of elimination. Can he beat Baruz? I don't think so.
that's
either.
that's the weird thing. Like, I don't know if he could.
Can he beat Baruz? For real, Baruz is like 255 on stage.
Yeah, I know, but
And his last update looks really good.
For me, when I'm looking at the two of them, I can't see why one or the other couldn't beat each other.
I agree with you in pictures and in video, but I think
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm relying now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so curious. Because
yeah.
I'm so curious to see how John stacks in this.
You know who's
lineup.
you know whose physique is the most comparable to John's? Hunter's.
No, I was going to say De La Rosa. Him and De La Rosa are in the same category.
Well, no,
but then I
listen. Like, even Hunter calls John the small version of him, right?
You mean
30-pound
the
difference.
look? Yeah. You mean the look.
The structure and the I mean, like, the actual physique is very similarly put together to Hunter's if you look at it. But he's 30 pounds lighter.
If we're talking about Olympia placings, I see both the Johns being in the same call out.
I do like think John De La Rosa is going to surprise a lot of fucking people. He's 51.
I do like how the chat is obviously all saying Baruz, and I get it.
Let me read.
But when I look at John, I think he's more balanced than Baruz because top half, the bottom half fits better. I feel like Baruz is still a bit like and that's the thing for me. It's like I feel like quads from the front. I know it's like a small pick, but I'm picking just because I'm trying to be playing judge here. I feel like the disparity in that front shot. I know the taper on Baruz is wild, probably the best taper, but I still would like to see him with the sweep in his quads or the muscularity in his quads that the level of like Jewett has. And I know, listen, Baruz has got one of the best structures out there, and I'm not going to take nothing away from him. He'd smoke most bodybuilders on the planet. I'm just very impressed by what John's done, I think. That's all.
I think you're 100% right. I just think when they stand next to each other, I think then you'll see the difference. Because I think in video and photo, everything you're saying is like bang on. But I think when they're on stage, I think Baruz's stature is going to be the difference.
I'm looking forward to see what Jewett's condition is like. So I feel like he's in a really good spot with the condition. And I would really like for someone to step on that stage and the condition actually be that next level where you're like, fuck.
But I think Baruz checks that box. Like, check this out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Baruz's condition is pretty nuts.
Where's this? Oh, this isn't the right one. Fuck.
Oh, this is a twin of Baruz.
Milo's posted the Baruz.
No, I saw
the side shot, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
I think Baruz is wild. I think Baruz is fantastic. The leg looks even more droppy as well.
We don't follow Milos here, okay? Because
we don't follow.
Milos is.
Has he been a douche to you?
Not to me. Okay.
Oh, I get you. All right.
Sorry, Milos, you've been a douche. So
he's glued so far down as well.
I mean, look at this.
He is really good.
Look at this stripped out 6 weeks out.
Yeah, I think he's wild. I
don't think he should push his glutes back the way he is, though. He should just
tuck him.
Set it.
That's where it looks impressive. That side leg, like that you can tell that's pinching tight.
The fucking hamstring sweep.
Bruce is really good. I do want to see a call out with like Martin, Bruce, William, and Jewett and John.
I could see that call out.
The
way I see, like,
what about Tonio? Where does Tonio sneak?
This is the thing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if I should include 6 in there, but like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're talking about like Curry, Martin, and I don't know how Curry's going to show up. Listen, I'm just guessing.
How bad is that?
Well, Curry could not even if he comes in wrong.
I'm only saying that because we don't know what he looks like.
Yeah.
So he could be fucking at the very top. Who knows?
Yeah.
But okay, let's take Curry out of it. I see Martin, Baruz, Rafa, Martin, Baruz, Raf,
Tonio, John.
Bonac. That's 4, and you gotta add 1 or 2 more for that call up.
I could see Rafa not being in that.
Yeah, like how does Rafa fare against Jewett?
I don't know,
Honestly.
guys. I'm telling you, Tyler really likes Rafa's physique.
Okay, so but how do you think Rafa stacks up next to Jewett?
Oh, he should smoke Jewett.
Rafa's tough.
Should.
Yeah.
But with the condition he's brought this year, do you think it does?
The only reason Rafa's tough is because from the back he's not as good as
He's not quite.
from the front.
This is what I mean. I feel like the condition from the back is what let him down earlier in the year.
It's not just the condition; it's the muscularity in the back.
And I feel like Jewett from the back is actually still pretty good. So that's why I'm like,
But then does Tonio push in then?
Yeah, Tonio's got a great back, hasn't he? But then I don't know if he's got the structure.
He's had time off.
Yeah.
He's had plenty of time.
Well, I shouldn't shake my head. Actually, those three guys.
It's good.
And yeah, I know you guys disagree with me, but I see Tonio, John De La Rosa, John Jewett in a very, very tight race. I see Raf, Martin, and Bonac, and
the race about Baruz
and Baruz.
Curry.
Curry. Yeah, definitely Curry. But I see Martin, Baruz, Raf in a different and Bonac in a different category.
Okay. I think if you stand Baruz next to Raf, it exposes Raf a lot.
I feel like Baruz is kind of got some of what Raf's got, but a little bit better. Apart from
this is what I mean. Like it all depends on the comparisons, right? And who you're next to. And I feel like someone like Baruz can really expose, because structurally and shape wise, where Rafa beats a lot of people, Baruz can more than hold his own.
Yeah, agree.
Right, and then he's going to smoke him in condition. So he's gonna push Raf out of that call out.
The only thing Raf has on Baruz is better legs.
Yeah, separation
from the front only, not from the back. He's got better quads. From the back, actually, Baruz has better lower body. All right, let me read some of these.
Fouad, before you retake, I'm debating. Should I get a Burger King?
No.
Ooh, get Chicken Royale.
I don't fancy a Burger King. You don't like Burger King?
I love Burger King.
So why you say no?
Because don't be like me. Get something quality.
Bro, I've got quality in the fridge downstairs. If I wanted to eat some quality, I'd go downstairs.
Get shawarma.
It's off season, bro.
Is it a burger or is it anything?
Well, anything. What do you think?
I wouldn't. If I get a cheat, I'm not getting a burger, because to me it doesn't seem like a real cheat.
All right. Well, it is a real cheat.
Get shawarma. I'd get Persian food, mate.
Persian? Yeah. That's clean.
Oh, mate.
You think
it says McDonald's?
What does Leafy? Oh, McDonald. He's right.
He says McDonald's.
Listen, can I give you the order at McDonald's to have?
Go on.
Okay, start with a Big Mac.
50 chicken nuggets.
Start with a Big Mac. That's the base.
McDonald's. Yeah.
Okay. Then get 2 double cheeseburgers.
Oh, you want me to really go in? Okay.
That's fucking horrible. McDonald's sucks.
Then get a sausage and egg McMuffin, because eggs and sausage.
So wait, do they still serve that, Leon?
I think so. At least a fillet of fish.
No, don't get a fillet of fish. That was. I think Luke used to fillet of fish.
He did. That was a Luke special. Fuck's sake, fillet of fish.
I was gonna say the last one would be a McChicken.
I like the McChicken actually.
Yeah, so do I. And then don't get any fries or any shit, and then just get a Diet Coke.
So we got Big Mac,
2 double cheeseburgers,
McFlurry.
No, don't get any other crap. This is a good way to
McFlurry.
This is a good way to fill your not get shit calories. You get good calories. These are all just sandwiches.
Good calories.
Fuck, man.
I love this.
Yeah, see how a food addict's brain works. Like these are the healthy options.
It's meat and meat and carbs.
2 double cheeseburgers.
Oh my god. I don't know how I became so addicted to food.
Okay, so I'm a little bit behind on this. Sorry, guys, we're just doing this order for real. So it is actually a Big Mac, 2 double cheeseburgers, a chicken mayo. I think they just call it a mayo chicken now.
Yeah, and then a sausage and egg McMuffin.
Yeah, that's the bit I don't think we'll be able to get this time. Do you think as well?
Okay, if you have to have, what about if you have to have a fifth? I would probably I'd do fillet of fish. I like variety.
Oh, fillet of fish is dead probably.
Then get chicken nuggets. I'd get a 20-piece nugget.
20-piece share box.
Okay, let me read some of these.
All right, sorry, we're done.
Been taking finasteride 1 milligram oral every day for a year with little to zero side effects. Should I worry about future sides I'm 20 years old. Ben, do you want to take this one? Because I know there's some side effects, but I did take that for a long time too. Finasteride.
I'm pretty low on the knowledge on finasteride side effects. I don't really mess around with it too much.
Yeah, I don't know anything really about any drug.
Sorry, RH24. I took finasteride for a long time. I know Ian did as well. I don't remember why I stopped. I didn't experience any side effects while I was taking it, but I don't know if there's any deeper side effects. I think your best bet is to ask a pharmacologist or a doctor on that. Blue collar bodybuilding. Will you rate my physique? DM you all on IG. Any help would be awesome. 3.5 years sober and 4 weeks out. Yeah, shoot us your shit. We'll take a look at it. V Taper Templar says Taco Bell. Why Sam? This guy says, why did Sam leave? His contract ended. Where are we here? Let's go down a bit. Is James doing cardio in the off season? How long? How many days a week?
I do 20 minutes every morning on the bike. That's what I do. First thing. That's it.
Ryan says John does look really good, but De La Rosa is still bigger than him, and Baruz will outsize him a lot. Abdomina says for Ben, how did you determine you don't have the genetics for bodybuilding?
I have eyes.
Well, Ben was lucky because he was training with one of the best IFBB pros ever. So,
listen, when you see, when you said this earlier, like you like some guys wonder, oh, what if I like squeeze a little more? What could I look like? What could I look like? Right? I know what I did when I was like, say that 5 year, 6 year stint with Luke. I know.
You're pushing as far as you could.
I know what I put in, right? I know I can be honest and know how hard I pushed and how hard I went and how committed I was. And then I would watch Luke, granted, put the same effort in, and I'd be like, fuck, man, my body does not do that. Like, my body does not. I can lift the same and I can eat the same and I'm locked in, like fully locked in. I was very, like, disciplined and consistent, and I'm like, fuck, man, your body's just made for this. And then I'm in a also like at this point before I retired, I think I was already looking after like the likes of Hunter, and I go, I'm around too many of these guys, and I see what elite genetics are, and I see what structure is, and then I fucking know what I'm looking at.
You know what the problem is? That's where delusion comes from. If you've never trained or been around anybody better than you, then you start to get very full of yourself. Yeah. That's why I always tell people, like, my very first training partner was 10 times better than I was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's why I always tell people when you start training, try and find people that are better than you. So you learn your weaknesses and you learn what real hard work is, and you learn what real genetics are. Mm-hmm. And then you can really assess your own self.
Yeah. It's like, but it's even to this point, like Luke and I, when we first started taking growth hormone,
growth.
And I was like, I get watery and you get fucking fuller and leaner. I'm like, what the fuck? And I used to joke with him because I'd be like, have you got some top drawer stuff that you're not telling me about? Like, it's like we take the same stuff. I'm like, man, my body just doesn't do the same shit yours does with this.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you're made for this.
But I don't think, I think people have trouble believing that genetics play a part in every facet of bodybuilding. So it's like people, when they think genetics, they think either shape or they think muscularity. But it also plays a part in how conditioned you can get, what your skin texture looks like, how you can handle your drugs, how your body tolerates them, much, like all of it.
At this point, I've coached thousands of athletes, right? And I'm lucky enough to say multiple Olympians, right down to beginners. Genetics is undefeated.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, it's fucking, and you're like,
it's funny. Can I tell you what's hilarious about that? When people are like, Branch Warren had bad genetics and he just did it with hard work. And I'm like, no, he didn't. He had incredible fucking genetics. When
look at this guy when he's 19.
But wait a minute. But this is why. But this is why I'm saying, like, when people think genetics, they think shape or muscularity, because they would only say that about Branch because he doesn't look as pretty as a Flex Wheeler.
Right.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't have incredible genetics for putting on mass, for getting shredded, for fucking all of the things that made him such a great bodybuilder.
But what they also do is they misconstrue. You say, "Oh, he's got good genetics, therefore he's not working." Like you're taking away from his work ethic. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. He's working hard too. But if you had the genetics and you work fucking hard, like I've got amateurs and they're fucking nose to grindstone. And I'm like, you're always going to be an amateur.
Yeah. Sorry, James, you're going to say something?
No, I'm just saying it's exactly that. And again, like they get confused with, like you say, structure might be just one part of everything that you have as genetics. So I think most people get it wrong with Branch because they think structurally he isn't the best.
Right.
But then, like you say, every other attribute of genetic component he has, digestion, ability to not get side effects, low blood pressure, no cholesterol issues, all that, he never got any of them problems. So how can you say his genetics aren't elite?
This is what drives me fucking insane about when people get into the weeds about arguing about what pros take, right? And I'm talking like elite pros, like top end guys. Because you go, oh well, the bigger guys, they must be running X amount, right? No, don't tar them with the same shitty brush that you have to take X amount to look your certain way. Because I promise you, hand on heart, my genetic elite guys are running less than some of my amateurs are because they
can I highlight something really quickly as well, Ben?
Go ahead,
so
James,
we've got UK coaches that are my friends. I won't name them because just out of being kind, but the people they've spoke to and what they assume of the pros is like I've even seen it on like little reels on Instagram. They assume that a pro will take 6 grams of gear, 2 to 6 grams of gear, and that's not true at all. Like honestly, and I don't comment on it because I can't bother. Because if I do comment on it, people say that you guys are chatting shit anyway.
They won't believe you. Yeah, they won't believe.
Yeah, like honestly, I can name 10 shows I've got ready for that is below 2 grams of gear. So this upper threshold of 6 grams.
Let me put it this way. Every single pro I've ever coached has been under 2 grams of gear at every point in their prep or off season.
Yeah, so can I just highlight that, guys? Like it is. I don't blame the people that say it because I think that's what they think goes on. It honestly don't, because if you're doing 6 grams of gear, like you're probably not going to live long enough to even get to an Olympia stage. That's the truth.
Can I instill some truth to people that don't believe us? Yeah. I took over 3 grams of gear at one point. And I say that not to brag. I say it to tell people that those weren't my best years. My best years is actually when I reduced those amounts. So like, I'm not here to tell you that I never tried it. I fucking tried it. And I know other people are going to try it, but I guarantee you those people that are trying it are going to come to the same conclusion I came to. There is a point where it becomes risk reward and cost benefit. You're just not getting, if you do 1,000 milligrams of test, you get X amount of result. If you do 2,000 milligrams of test, you don't get the same benefit as you got from 0 to 1,000. From 0 to 1,000 is a certain amount. From 1,000 to 2,000 is much less. From 2,000 to 3,000 is nothing. So it's like, it just becomes more of a diminishing return, and you're just taking it because you think it's doing something, but it's not.
Well,
and so I, in the better years of my career, I actually pulled back and got more result. So
that's the case in like Luke, for instance, was exactly the same.
I remember having those conversations with Luke because I remember Ben, he was talking to someone that's to do with Kuklo about running these like choose less gear, but find the gear that is more in tune with you, like genetically. I don't. We had this conversation because Kuklo was doing something at the time. Anyway, like I said, it was about your numbers don't have to be super high. You just got to have the right gear for what your body responds to, rather than just super compensating all the anabolics. I had this conversation with Anth the other day. I was with Anth Bales, who's a pro from here. You boys know him. He's obviously a type 1 diabetic. And it's the same thing with like insulin. The more insulin you take, the less it does. So like 10 IUs does this much, does a load.
Right.
12 that doesn't necessarily then do blah, blah, blah. It starts to blunt off. So, and it's the same with everything.
Yep.
So I'm only using the insulin, not saying to go and do insulin, but I'm just saying that's just an example of more is not better.
And to your point there, like I've got I won't name him, but a very high level Olympian that I look after, not an open guy. I switched him from MPP to EQ at the same milligram dose, and watched his whole physique change.
Yeah.
And he was like hitting. He was like, "Oh, my appetite's not very good." Well, I don't know if you can help that, right? But it was more than that. Like there wasn't. He didn't have that pop and that fullness and that roundness in the off season. And he just made the straight 300 of MPP. We switched it out to 300 EQ. He's like, "Oh, I feel much better. My training's got. I'm getting stronger. I'm fuller. My appetite has gone up. My body just feels much happier." Now the total was the same. We just switched that compound. It seems to work better for him.
I'll tell you guys this. So Samson is working with Michael Warner from Merrick Health on blood work and hormones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He told me he's taking less now than he's taken ever in his bodybuilding career for a prep. And he said he feels better than he's ever felt because the way they're doing it is, and this is actually, I think, very valuable because me and Ian talk about this all the time on the podcast. They're basing it on how he feels and how he looks, not just how he looks. So like some people have this notion that, and Ben, I think you've expressed this before too. Some people have this notion that the better you feel mentally, physically, energy, like everything, the better you feel, the better your body will look and respond. Whereas in the past, if you think about my era or eras before, the entire thought process through a prep was the worse you feel, the better it is for your body, the better you must look, which I think has some value as well. But it seems to be time and time again in the last 5 years that I've seen guys on stage or talk to them about their preps, the better they feel, the better they're looking on stage, the better their conditioning, the more muscle they're able to hold, blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to reveal too much because it's Samson's business to reveal, but I guess in a broad stroke, I can say he's doing less, feeling better, and basing the things he's using on how he feels. Is it making me feel? Is it making me feel sluggish? Is it making me feel depressed? Is it making me feel angry? Is it making me perform better? Is it making me perform worse? Like all of these things are taking into account that weren't taken into account before. So
one thing I'm doing with Hunter a little differently this year with this prep is every 10 to 12 days he gets lab work pulled. We've got a different provider. We're not using Merrick, but I've got a guy. He'll actually, it's like a concierge service for like, so for like $200. They'll come run a full panel, and they'll come to his house.
Right.
So I didn't even just like the lazy fuckers. I'm like, you just book it. They'll turn up.
Right.
Day after your rest day, and I'm able to fine tune what we're using.
Yeah. That's what Samson's doing. Yeah, that's what Samson's doing.
And it's been a game changer. And I can just go, oh, cool. We need to like whether it's
think about it.
T3
here, watch
like a Remodex, like any of the we can custom it exactly to him.
We'll give people an example that they will, if they've been competing at all, they'll all understand. In previous preps, the majority of coaches, I don't want to say all because I'm sure somebody does something different, but the majority of coaches I've ever worked with and anybody I know has worked with always put some type of AI in their stack. For those who don't know what an AI is, it's anti-aromatase, right? Or an anti-estrogen, whatever you want to call it. So they'll put Aromacin, Arimidex, Nolvadex, Letrozole, something like that in there, usually for dryness to control estrogen. The beauty of doing your blood work the entire time is now you can see exactly what your estrogen is doing. So if you could do a prep without taking an estrogen blocker, think about how much better you're going to feel. Right? So if you're only
you do a prep and you know that your estrogen's high, you have to take one.
Right.
To bring it back in range. It's the same is true both ways, right?
Right. So it's like this whole thing of doing a guided prep, like with a blood work, is kind of a new way of thinking, but makes all the sense in the world. Because now you're not just taking like I can give you the stack from my era that almost every coach used with a few minor changes. They all kind of had the same protocol.
It's the same with T3, T4, right? Most of the time you go, oh, okay, let's do like 12 and a half or 25 and we'll go 100 on the T4 because that's the rate. Let's see. Man, I'm able to just go, okay, we need this much here, run that in a week's time, rerun your labs. We'll see whether that put you back in range, where we want you, boom, boom, and we are fucking. And then I went, oh, we don't need as much. Let's pull back on the T3. Like, I think we went up to like 25, and I'm like, we don't need so much. Let's pull back to 12 and a half. And that put him right where we needed him to be, right? It's just like fucking beautiful.
This is a new, I think it's a new way of looking at a prep. And the beauty of it is if you can design, and this isn't a plug, I don't care what blood work you get. I trust the guys at Merrick, but whoever you use is fine. The point I'm trying to make is if you can base your protocol on your blood work and those factors, I believe you can bodybuild and be a lot more healthy while still not only just being healthy, but now you're using the drugs you need to be using instead of the ones that you predetermined without knowing anything that's going on internally.
Guess.
Think also then how long your career could be. You could have a longer career.
Right.
Because you won't be having, there's no additional. You're working literally with just what's
required. And that works both ways. Like, for instance, and again, to use him as whatever, we're talking about cholesterol. You go, okay, your HDL's low. Okay, let's bump your fish oil. Like, and I'm able to, every couple of weeks, or when you take more of that work to help, your D3 is low, let's bump that out. Like, I'm fine tuning all of the health supplements, like everything to fall in line to put his body in the happiest spot possible.
You must feel good, man, doing that.
Let me run through some of these because we've ignored the chat for a bit. Fouad, as a former runner, former jiu-jitsu fighter, what is your next former sport or activity? First of all, running was not for me because I love bodybuilding and it stopped me from training. Jiu-jitsu was also not for me because I'm 46 and I was just hurting myself all the time. But my former sport, I think there is no more former sports. I've decided that I just love bodybuilding and riding motorcycles. So I don't think I'm going to try anything else that's crazy. Brandon Curry is the biggest question mark for me. I think for us as well. Who would do the best at MMA out of the bro chat and why? Probably Ben, because he's trained it before.
Trained it. Come on, you did classes.
You did.
I coached an MMA guy. Does that count?
No, that doesn't count. Let's see. What am I? John has trouble controlling his midsection, and he gives up size and aesthetics. I don't know what John he's talking about. De La Rosa or?
Yeah, I think it's all about Drip. I feel like Drip's got good control of midsection.
That's what I was going to say. I know that's why I don't know what he's talking about because I think they're both.
And John's fucking dense, man. He may not be the biggest guy, but he's dense, boys.
Has James given his picks for the no, we're going to go through those. Let's see. Fouad, in the last podcast, you said today's bodybuilders are coming the same body fat as the 90s guys with 3-4 exception. That's not true. Okay. Well, if you say it's not true, that must be right, I guess. What the fuck? What are you quantifying it by? Like, why are you saying they're not coming in the same condition? Why do you think that? Just because of the way they looked? Because if you peak somebody one way and you peak somebody a different way, they can look
totally different. Yeah,
they can look totally different, but it doesn't mean that they're carrying
body fat's different. Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't mean that they're carrying less body fat. It just means they're peaked differently. What else do we got here? Hunter is taking Ian's spot at 7. Well, could be 6, could be 5, could be 4. I don't know if he can get into 3. Ben, what do you think? Well, I'm not going to make you do that. Don't say that.
No, he's super pragmatic about his physique. His goal is to get in the top 5. Like he's like, I want to be a top 5 Olympian this year.
Yeah, I think that's doable.
Absolutely.
Like
as long as he's in shape, and he's not, he's peaked properly.
The exciting thing is that he's like, I wonder what I look like in 2 more years' time. Like that, you know what? I like that mindset.
Well, with that,
like,
yeah.
How old is Hunter now?
31.
He's young as well.
This guy, this is an interesting question. I'd like to know your thoughts. Would Nasser El Somebody win the Olympia today?
No.
I don't
good, but his back's not good enough.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Ben, what do you
think?
He's
really good, but
no.
Well, a lot of people think Nasser won 97 Olympia, even though he didn't. But a lot of people think, he did.
But I don't think Dorian would even win this Olympia because I don't think he has the size.
Right.
I know he's really good, but there is a volume to muscle now that's a bit different. And I know some people hate that.
I don't know where this comment's coming from, but he said, if you knew anything about bodybuilding, he's super complete. You grade A clown. I don't know who this guy's talking to. Or who were we talking about that we said he wasn't?
Probably Beirut.
I don't know.
They're probably defending Beirut because you said he had shitty quads.
No one said he had shitty quads. We just said that they are not exactly the same size symmetrically to his upper body. James stated that, which I agree with. And Ian agrees with. So I don't know. I'll take their word. John Jewett is like a hunter. You don't realize how big he is until you actually see him in person. Yes and no. I don't think it's
I don't see that as the case. When I saw him stand in Toronto, he looked like I expected.
Chris Psycho Fitness, how are you, brother? Chris Lewis is in the chat. Will this be Brandon's last Mr. Olympia? I don't know.
Never know, Brandon.
It seems like he's really pulled away from bodybuilding. Do you guys think he's getting ready to make an exit?
Who, Brandon?
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been the most like.
I feel like he posts less now than he ever has.
But he is in Kuwait training, isn't he? So maybe he's just been quiet.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just letting the work.
Quiet. He has always flown under the radar.
Pretty peaceful guy.
Even when he won the Olympia, even like he did the Arnold in the Olympia, right? And he was like pretty low key for that,
old school.
That level.
Just likes to show up, doesn't he? That's it.
Do you agree that Nick will make it harder for Derek to win this year for comparisons?
Everyone makes it harder because everyone's going to have to work harder. But Derek's Mr. Olympia, dude. Like, it's other people that are going to have to work even harder than him to try and do anything to him.
I think, is that question maybe with a view that Derek's back double was so spectacular, whereas Nick can probably compare well in Derek's best shot. I think that's more so what he's.
I'm reading it like he's adding another guy, but I don't think Nick is better than Hottie. So Derek's already working as hard as he has to. Like Hottie.
Yeah, but what I mean is,
like Hottie is a former Mr. Olympia. So like, if you beat a former Mr. Olympia, that's a big fucking deal. You know, when Samson lost to fucking Hottie, they're like, oh, he lost to Hottie. I'm like, that's a former Mr. Olympia, right? So I don't think Derek is going to have to work any harder this year than he did last year because he already had to fight against a former Mr. Olympia last year, and they're all going to be better.
I feel like Derek's progression is pretty phenomenal compared to some of the others.
Well, we talked
they've all got better, but
we talked about this on the other podcast, and the thing is, like, Derek was holding himself back for a number of years, and now he's only been an open guy for 2 years, so he's got the highest ceiling. Whereas Hottie is like, how much bigger is Hottie really going to get, right?
And older.
Yeah, Hottie's got to go for refinement more than anything.
Right.
Yeah, Hottie's older than Derek, so he doesn't have that same time. So
and then Samson's
Hottie's not that old though. He's a lot older than Derek for sure, but he's not that old.
Yeah, Derek's very young, isn't he? Derek's like
if you take Samson and Andrew, the two oldest in that.
I thought Hottie was mid 30s, right? Is he like 35, 36? Or no?
I think 36,
I think he's 35. Yeah, but then you take Samson's what, 37, 38?
37, 38, I think, yeah.
Andrew's nearly 40, I think.
I think Derek has the highest ceiling for improvement because Samson is already huge, probably got a little bit bigger, but mostly his thing is going to be conditioning.
Yeah.
Hottie probably has to round out a few spots, but mostly it's refinement, like James said. I think Derek is going to have the most, like,
you know, he can still feel that frame.
And for Nick
for Derek as well.
Yeah,
sorry,
go ahead, James. No, go ahead.
Also for Derek, imagine if his body does start to get that hard look. Like over time, the difference, even if he's let's say he brought exactly the same size this year, but he was harder, right? It will look way more impressive.
If he gets like that, if he gets the Hottie detail,
starts to get gnarly.
Holy fuck!
In that chest, from the chest and the quads, and the quads are bigger, then no one's gonna
look at this guy says, bro, how can you go to McDonald's and not get fries? This is gonna
sometimes they're just a waste of space. I get it.
See, I'm so happy you said that.
Did you order?
Yeah. It's coming 5 minutes.
I'm so happy James said that because I thought I was the only fucked up one who's
5 minutes. Yeah, no, because you want more.
More meat,
more burgers,
more burger.
Yeah, I'd always order 3 burgers and no fries, and 2 burgers and fries, or 1.
You don't really bloat either with McDonald's.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
it's not actual food.
When I eat McDonald's, it just like all comes out at the same time the next day.
And I'm probably just going to do a diarrhea in the morning, and then we're sorted. It's all good.
Bison Tries is in here. What's up, brother? How are you? Let's see what else we got here. McDonald's sells a birthday cake. No. Okay, what else here? More McDonald's shit. Fouad, can I have access to your gym? No, you can't.
Never.
Fouad, does James offer coaching? James, do you offer coaching?
I don't offer coaching, unfortunately. Ben does.
McDonald's fries are for chicks.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. We answered.
They're not really fries. They're so skinny they don't really count anyway. There's no fucking potato in them.
Okay, let's do this real quick. We have a new spreadsheet for Italy.
Ooh, yeah.
James,
Yeah.
I have you up here.
Okay.
Oops. Let me get this one here. Actually, I better get this one. Like that. I'll put it here.
I'm wondering what
this one's going to be Ben's. Okay. Who wants to start? James or Ben?
I'll happily start.
Just so
if you don't mind,
for people watching, I should have said this is the Italy
show.
prediction list.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, James.
All right, so Hunter, 100%.
Here are the guys that we have in the.
Yeah, Hunter, absolutely.
I'm taking a piss. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll do mine while you pee, mate. Hunter for sure. It's just I can't see anyone touching that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan of Hoffman, actually. I think he's got a really good physique. We've competed together before. He's a bit shorter than other guys, but he's really good.
So Hoffman in second.
Oh, I think between Hoffman and Andreas Musi, not Musi, Presti.
What do you think?
I'll say Presti.
Okay.
And then I'll say, for me, Hoffman.
Okay.
Morgan Asti. Let's put Morgan in fourth.
Okay.
And then we'll go Hoffman, and then we'll go Bruno.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie. It's because I don't actually, off my head, I can't remember who Bruno and Edward are.
Okay, I'm going to show you.
Edward's my pick for third.
I'm going to give you a chance.
I put him in sixth. Oops.
I'm going to give you a chance to change it just because you don't know who that guy is. Give me a second.
I like it. I like it with physique a lot. His back's beautiful.
Okay.
Where the fuck?
Just a little touch on the small side, but he's good.
I'm sometimes bad with names.
You'll recognize him.
Okay, so this is where'd that list go? Where the fuck did the list go?
For sure, you'll recognize Edward.
Where did the list
go? He competed in Dubai, I believe, right?
Yeah, he took fifth in Dubai.
Yeah, the Enrico is really good. Hoffman's very good.
Where is buys and tries here? Get the fuck out of here, man! What the fuck?
There, it's down there. Buys and tries.
Second.
Down.
Let me just go to Edward's page.
Well, that helps you. Yeah.
This is Edward.
Oh, I saw this guy. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
Those traps. Fuck.
Let's take me back to my look at the grain. It's got a nice condition as well.
Maybe that's a good look. This is him.
Yeah, he's really good. He used to be 212, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
I reckon. Thank you.
Hey.
See, this is what happens. See, this is what happens. And now, hi, how are you?
Scary. I was like saying, come through the wall.
Did you bring me some McDonald's too?
Yeah, bring Fouad some McDonald's love. Let's put Edward in fourth and then move everyone else down. So Morgan, Bruno.
Do you want to take a look at Bruno, or are you good?
Yeah, let me see Bruno. As long as it's not.
Yeah, I want to see Bruno. Can I see Hoffman and Bruno, please?
Please. Can I see Hoffman and Bruno, please?
Bruno, no, it's not Bruno Mars. What the fuck?
I was thinking of Bruno from what's his name? You know, the other one, Sacha Baron Cohen. What his name is? Bruno. That's why I was like, who's that?
I think he took the list down. What the fuck? What's Bruno's last name?
Maybe it's been revised. There's more people in.
Bruno Santos. I think that's it.
Santos.
Yeah, that's it. He's got 900,000 followers. What the fuck?
Jesus.
I didn't realize he was that popular.
Where's he from? What country?
I don't know. Somewhere in South America, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they love the bodybuilding, don't they?
Okay, this is Bruno Santos.
Who's
he looks good.
He's big, man. He's a big fucking dude. That's for sure.
Bruno Santos. Sounds like a boss on the game.
There's a front double.
Yeah, he's good.
There's a back super thick. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got good insertions as well.
Yeah, he's impressive. Okay. Let's go back to predictions.
Hoffman. Oh, you can show me Hoffman.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Hoffman, sorry.
Hoffman's really good. He's come back from a bicep tear. It looks brand new.
John's biceps looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, you couldn't even see, could you?
Yeah.
Hoffman.
Right, look at Hoffman. He's a little brute. I like Hoffman.
I think you.
That's in the gym.
He's pretty fucking stacked, man.
Look at him, he's thick as fuck.
Yeah, nice guy as well. I like him.
Is he German? Must be, right? Hoffman, not be
Got him fucking
presumptuous. But...
Got a nice bike.
Yeah, mate.
Here's another front double.
I'm facing sick because of the bike.
So,
Yeah, like it's not a sport bike. He's
it's not your favorite bike, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I'm mucking down.
That's a nice bike, dude. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's got a lot of nice detail on it.
Subjective.
That's the subjective truth. Yeah, that's fucking sharp.
You guys need to hook up.
He's got a lot of money in that bike, man. There's a lot of fucking paint jobs, pretty sweet. Anyway, this is Hoffman. Ben, you good?
Okay, these are earlier shots. This is not him like far from prep. He grows.
No, I can see the.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm sticking up for
my
boy.
The posing video was in the gym that we were just in, so this must be this week. The one with the lights above him.
He literally, you can see he grew on the prep.
The other front double or the video. That's he's got funky shoulders, man. Those shoulders look jimmied.
What Hoffman? Nah, catch, bro.
Go back to that side chest. Come on.
Oh, jimmied. Hey, Hoffman, don't have it.
So go that side chest.
That's normal.
No, you get that sometimes. That's just like that's like when you're pulling
Who
on
the
the arm.
fuck said that's normal? Fred, you said that's normal with a
yeah, because when you pull on your arm at a funny angle, sometimes it does that.
It's normal. My shoulder looks like that.
But Fouad looks like that right now.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, Ben, what are you doing?
On to press the Edward Morgan Bruno. I kind of want to put a wild card in there.
Mate, you didn't even pick up my boy Hoffman because you don't like his shoulder and his bike.
I don't, mate. Those shoulders, you can't step on. I'm sorry.
You don't like his bike, that's why.
I hate his bike and I don't like his stelts for sure. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead, Ben. James, go ahead. Ben's picked Hoffman for 6th.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
did
wait.
not put Hoffman.
There was a wild card.
I put these in the wrong fucking spot. Shit.
I
had no 6th yet. I said I kind of wanted the full. I need to go back to James. I'm going to look at the competitor list.
Okay. James,
you do need to put who was my 6th? I thought I had a 6th.
You didn't put one yet. We were.
Oh shit! Who's Morgan? Who's Morgan?
Morgan
Astate.
Oh yeah, I had Morgan in there. I had Morgan. Sorry, I had him. I said move everyone down. So after Edward, it'll be Morgan then Bruno.
Morgan. You think Hoffman's going to beat Bruno?
Get out! Oh. Get out, James.
Get out, James.
Listen, guys, I'm just enjoying my battle.
All right, here we go.
With what are you eating right now?
Oh, I got wild card. I got wild card. Lorenzo.
Lorenzo who?
Leeway.
He's not even in the competitor listings.
Where's he from?
Yes, he is. He's one of Patrick's guys.
I'm saying
he's 255 pounds. I promise you, he's a dark horse.
Shredded to the gills.
Lorenzo.
I might even put him ahead of
2 burgers down.
More. I think he beats Morgan even.
Fuck, man. I got to put it up here, I think. You just ruined everything.
I'm sorry that I'm being fair and assessing all of the competitors that are going to be potentially judged on stage.
Ben, you're keeping Hoffman. It's got to be that way.
Fuck you. Just write Lorenzo in there, man.
Let me.
All right, at least look up Lorenzo. Put Lorenzo on the screen.
Okay, we're gonna look.
Just so you can like see what I'm talking about.
What's his last name?
Just type in Lorenzo.
I did.
Okay, Lorenzo UWE.
1 second. That's not the right Lorenzo. Lorenzo.
I'll go to Patrick's page and he's posted him. Lorenzo Lee Yui.
Got him. Are you picking him? Are you picking because he's Patrick's guy, or he's actually good?
Both.
Oh no, he's light in the legs, dude.
Yeah, but he's gonna beat fucking Hoffman with his pointy shoulders.
You're an asshole.
He ain't got the shoulders to match Hoffman.
Dude, he's light in the legs, man. He's got like
He's 255.
He's about 6 foot.
He's a big guy he's a big guy.
I told you I wanted to put a dark horse in there. These are my picks. You can both go fuck yourself. Put Lorenzo on my list.
Okay.
And stand on it.
Okay. All right. Let's see it. Let's see how it goes.
Listen, good. Mister, I'm putting Samson in first in every fucking letter. You just putting Samson in because yeah, I'm loyal, right?
Well, but no, that's not.
Back my boys.
Time out. I liked Samson before I knew him. There's a difference.
I like Lorenzo before I knew him.
Yeah, bullshit. You don't even know who that guy is. You just know him because Patrick coaches him.
I've known him since before, since Patrick started working.
Yeah, bullshit. Okay.
It's his open debut. He's a classic guy before. I'm moral support. Fuck you. I'm allowed to do that.
Fouad should give an advanced course on Excel. Fuck you, Jim. I don't know how to do Excel sheets. Fucking lick my nuts. I don't care. That's why I was a bodybuilder.
Do I do a good Fouad Abiad impression, by the way, guys?
No, it's far too. You're eating it far too delicately,
dude. I would be sweating right now. Yeah. What did you just eat? What was that?
I've got 3 burgers already. I've done a Big Mac, double cheese, and a chicken one already.
That's how I would do it. Actually, no. Usually I save the double cheese for the last one.
Yeah, but I got 2 double cheese, didn't I?
Huh?
I got 2, didn't I?
Yeah, so I always start with the Big Mac and finish with the double cheesemburger.
You need double cheese both ends to sandwich it.
Yeah, double cheese. Big Mac.
Good call. Good call. Guys, check out Patrick Moore for the British. Okay, so we can talk about.
You got British as well. Yeah.
Before we go to the British, let's.
Man, I'm bad. I can't even do the British. Shame.
I was trying to talk Hunter into changing our flights to London.
Just to come see me.
Why don't you get Hunter to do both so he can just?
Because there is a reason. We are flying on the way home. We're flying via Pittsburgh.
No, that's disrespect to me. Probably leave it. The Shed or Pittsburgh. You choose Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Fuck. We're not friends anymore. Sit, Ben. It's done. I'm just gonna look at Fouad.
Hey.
I'm only gonna look at Fouad now on this podcast.
Wait, James.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
You know when you and Ant came to Dallas? You remember that?
Yeah, Dallas. It's about 4 hours from you.
No.
It's at 45 minutes, man.
To be fair, no, listen. I would have come seen you, but Ant decided to tear his fucking tricep, didn't he? So I had to babysit him. He decided to tear his tricep.
It's all Ant's fault.
And I wasn't very confident at driving. I had the rental car, and I was like, "Am I safe?" And I tried to drive.
I got a car too, James.
That's the other thing about British people. You guys drive on the wrong side of the fucking road.
Whoa.
Not about the wrong side. Always felt right to me, baby.
Baby. Okay.
By the way, people in this thing drive like fucking lunatics.
I love it though. You know what though? I love that. That's like
nuts.
I remember when my aunt came here from Lebanon. My mom was stopping at a stop sign, and my aunt goes, "Why are you stopping? There's no cars." And my mom's like, "There's a stop sign."
Yeah.
Stop.
Because in England you wouldn't stop.
The stop sign drives me mad in America.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm like, I can see a half mile that way, a half mile that way.
Right.
Still got to stop.
Right. Okay, let's get this. We're gonna. I have to go soon, so let's get.
Okay, for one last question, very quickly for you to this.
Yeah.
What sauce would you have chose for your? Because I need to make sure I've done this right. What sauce would you have chose to dip your nuggets in?
Probably like a plum sauce or like a sweet and sour or whatever they have there. That's like what did you pick? Barbecue, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was.
What do you mean? McDonald's do a plum sauce? Are you fucking joking?
Well, it's like a sweet and sour, same thing.
Oh,
I would have picked a sweet and sour.
I'd have gone mayonnaise.
I think they have a honey something.
I like mayonnaise. I like battered or fried chicken with mayo.
Yeah, well, that's why I like the McChicken because it's like got a thick layer of mayo on it.
Well, I like a chicken royale.
That's got that what do you call it? What's it called? We called that tradition earlier, the bukkake.
What?
What's it called? What's it
Oh,
called? Ben?
bukkake.
That's got
Yeah.
bukkake sauce in it. That one.
Wasn't it that I think one of my aversions to like McDonald's Burger King was like when I was like in the secondary school, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, if you go to McDonald's and you ask for no lettuce, they'll jizz in the on the burger." So like, so I was like, "Fuck, I'm never eating that."
Never eat
shit
McDonald's again.
Yeah.
And you believed it. They're gonna jizz in your fucking sandwich, eh? Someone's gonna take it in the bathroom and fucking come on it.
Mate, they're McDonald's workers. I'm not gonna be. I don't trust them to be the most hygienic people and friendly people.
I wonder if I bet you Lee Priest has been to bukkake before.
Lee, I know you're watching. Have you been to bukkake, bruv?
In and around a bukkake.
Yeah.
He just
somewhere near it.
He's done multiple roles within a bukkake.
He wrote the mayo. The mayo's like jizz. We call it jizz in England, don't we? Jizz.
Okay. Ben, question. I'm gonna read a couple of these before we get to the final predictions before we go. Ben, do you take offense when people talk about Hunter to you and say if he comes conditioned while you're the one training him?
No.
Well, it's not. Yeah. Do you want to elaborate on that, or should I? Just in general. Well, it's not solely up to the coach. The coach can tell someone what to do, but it's up to them to do it. So just because someone's not in shape, sometimes it's the coach, sometimes it's the strategy, sometimes it's the athlete, sometimes it's a combination. So it never rests on one person's shoulders. Ben, can I ask you this? Would you, if your athlete, whoever it may be, not just Hunter, wasn't in shape, would you take any responsibility, or would you know for sure if it was somebody else's fault? I guess what I'm asking is, is there a situation in which somebody wasn't in shape and you knew it was all on them?
Listen, I prepped enough people that I know when an athlete is following the plan and when they're not following the plan.
Right.
And you do your best with what's in front of you.
Do you think there are times when a coach bears zero fault?
I guess because no, I guess.
I mean within reason. I don't mean some fucking guy who's like cheating every fucking day and all this shit. I'm talking about within reason. If a coach and an athlete are working together, do you think there's ever a time when either the athlete or the coach bears zero responsibility? Because it's my view that I would say majority of the time, like 9 out of 10 times, it's a combination of some sort.
Yeah, well, it's very much a team thing, right? And I would say that if there's something going wrong, then if there's something that is wrong, then something's up with the communication that needs to be resolved to figure out what that is, and someone needs to. And maybe there's some hard conversations that need to be had. And again, I'm not perfect within this, and sometimes I've missed that, and I'll probably miss it again in the future and have to develop that kind of a rapport and relationship with the athlete to build that back and whatever. But I can only write out a plan and hope that my athlete is executing.
See, but I guess this is, sorry, Ben, I guess this is what I meant. Like what you just said is kind of what I'm talking about. The plan might be perfect. So in that regard, it's zero coach's fault. Let's just say, hypothetically, let's say it's zero coach's fault. But let's say the athlete or the coach can't get the athlete to do what he wants. Does the coach bear any responsibility in that regard?
Well, it depends, right? Because let's do a hypothetical. I write a plan out, send it to the athlete.
Right.
But he follows it for 2 weeks, and I'm like, nothing really changed. But he's not following it exactly as he should be. But he tells me he is.
Right.
Right. So then I go, okay, well, my plan must be a little off. So I'm going to pull some more food out, or add some more cardio, or push them a little harder. Right. And then they still don't adhere to it, or they make some changes or whatever. But I'm only going off of at some point, I'm going, something doesn't add up here. Blab work looks all good. There's no sticking points. Like emotionally, they're fine. Like you start working backwards because you try to assume that they're doing everything they should be doing. Right. You hope they do. And it's like, it's a real tricky situation because you go, well, to start doubting your athlete and questioning them, it's a real horrible position to be in, right? As a coach, it's just like not a nice position to be in. And then how do you have that conversation without showing a lack of faith in them when you want them to trust? It's synergistic, right? There should be a two-way. So it's a really tricky, and that's why I think it doesn't fall. No one falls innocent because the communication should be in place enough that you can have those conversations without fear of it kind of escalating to something more than it is. And ultimately, if it does, then fuck it, you guys should work together. I feel, as I'm getting older, that's more and more where I'm sitting with it. I'm like, not every athlete and every coach should work together. They can't work together. James can attest to this. Rapport, relationship, respect, communication. What an athlete is willing to do for one coach might be very different to what he's willing to do for another coach, right? How hard they're willing to push. And I can't instill, you as a coach, you try and instill that within them and try and kind of find out what makes them tick and pull that kind of motivation out of them. But if you can't do it for them. Yeah. I can only, hey, I think we should do this. And they've got to go and execute. The execution falls and they can lead a horse to water, but man, the fucker's got to drink it himself. So yeah.
Let me burn
Lee has done bukkake. And he said, soggy biscuit, fun game. All stand around jacking off on a biscuit. Last one to come has to eat it. James, you're safe for 30 seconds, man. Good game for bro chat. Okay. There we go.
All right, let me read through some of these real quick. James eats. What is that? Double cheeseburger?
It's the last one, bro.
James eats as if someone is going to touch his food. He's going to fuck them up. Yes, that's. I think all of us are like that. Fouad cheeseburger tits Abiad. Nope, not for long. I've only had them for 3 years now. They'll go away eventually. I met Fouad outside an IHOP in Orlando. Ben must have been with me. Ben likes mayo because it looks like spunk.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. How many chicken nuggets has James eaten?
I've just done 20.
You've done 20 already?
Yeah, small talk in it. It's gone. 20. That order you said, I did it.
Hey, Ian's in the chat. I'm too cool and busy for these guys. Fuck you, Ian.
Just because you got a nice hairline, bro.
I didn't want to bother you. We've already done a podcast this week. I didn't want to bother you for 2. I'm trying to see if there's any last questions here. We're gonna go, guys, after these Olympia predictions. So if anybody has any questions, drop them in there now. Okay. Here we go, guys. Okay. These guys have all put in their picks. Ben and James. What do you think?
Can I just totally mix it up?
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Loser's got to get it.
He's going to put Andrew first. Look, I know he's going to put fucking Andrew first. Fucking do it. Look. Do it.
Just put Andrew first. Put Hardy second.
Oh my goodness.
Let's put oh shit, because I want the thing is I want Samson to win. Let's put Samson third.
Fucking Derek's taking a shit this year.
Sorry, Derek's gonna hate me, isn't he? Then do Derek. Then do Hunter. Then do Nick. Then do Martin.
Forgot Curry.
No, Martin.
Okay.
Didn't forget him.
Do Jewett.
What?
Whoa!
Yeah, do it. I'm just
fucking James is going for
no,
it.
I want Curry to prove me wrong. I'm just trying to do something completely different for once. Curry there.
Yeah, but you can't just pick dumb shit. Like, come on.
No, this isn't dumb shit. This isn't me. That's not dumb shit. I don't know what he looks like.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, I don't know what he looks like. He hasn't shown anything.
You put Andrew first.
Yeah.
You really believe that?
Hey, listen, that's not out. Okay, come on, man. That's not wildly
out. What if the Mr.
Are you
Olympia?
kidding?
What if they suddenly think, you know what? This is Mr. Olympia, bro.
Guys, I think Andrew, wait, just hold on a minute. I think Andrew's a phenomenal bodybuilder, probably the most beautiful physique on stage. But if the back comes in and matches the front, he'll win. I'll give you that.
That's,
but that's
not that hard to do.
It's a massive. What are you fucking talking about?
I saw him in Texas in person.
I'm gonna grow some balls and just put Andrew in first and shake the game up. I'm shaking the game up.
Like, I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he could win.
I'm shaking it up, putting him in first.
Okay.
It's not crazy.
They want a tall man to win.
Then bet something good on it then. Bet something good on it then. You guys both, if Andrew doesn't win.
Whoa, don't put me in there. Whoa,
so you just like argue.
No, let me have my picks. Let me do my picks.
Okay.
Right?
James, if Andrew doesn't win, you have to get an RBP tattoo.
Oh, so I gotta get where do I put it?
Or a bodybuilding bollocks tattoo. Wherever you want. You can put it on your fucking ass for all I care.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I don't mind that.
I'll get one. I was going to get one anyway. Be fun.
I'm kind
of committed. I'm committed to the look anyway. So whatever.
I'm committed to team Jacked right now.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
Sick.
If you're gonna put something on it, then that's cool.
I fucking hope he watches this and actually works hard. Don't let me fucking down.
You'll get on that Stairmaster.
Mate, I'm texting him.
Fish.
Okay.
Fish diet.
CEO, don't fail us now.
Who do you have in 10th, James?
Beirut. Come on. Beirut. Come on.
Yeah, put Beirut in 10th. And I ain't saying, listen, that could go in any order because I think they're all that good. That's why I'm saying it. It's no shot.
We're talking about the top 10 best bodybuilders in the world. So yeah, they're all
exactly, man.
Decent.
Okay, Ben.
Andrew. No, I'm joking. Derek. Hardy.
Yeah.
Samson.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Nick. Martin.
Martin 7th?
Yeah,
Martin,
sixth.
then Martin 6th, Nick 7th. That one's a touch and go one, but I'm just gonna balls it out.
Okay. I love it. You're just as ballsy to me. And wait, you haven't even mentioned Curry yet either.
Beirut.
See, so I was horrible and ballsy.
Yeah, but you put Jewett in front of Curry.
That's Jewett's a G. I'm team Jewett as well.
What is this Jewett? What is this Jewett fascination? Where does this Jewett fascination come from?
It's an admiration of a white, grainy physique.
That's what it is. See, Ben, I might be biased. I might be biased towards Samson because he's my friend.
Wait.
This fucking guy, anybody who's white and bald he's biased towards.
My Mr. Olympia is a black chap. Okay.
Oh, that's true. Actually, you put Andrew first. Okay.
So I'm not team anybody. I'm team everybody. But I'm just super duper impressed with what Jewett's doing. So I think people are underestimating him.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm not impressed. I do think Jewett's very, very impressive. I just don't think he'll be better than Curry. That's a big stretch.
I feel like he's got more detailed than all them. And if that show, I hope that shows. Really don't.
Yeah. We'll see.
For him.
Okay, Ben. 2 more. Neither one of you put Rafa. Neither one of you.
No, he's going to be way better than you're giving. He could be. He could fucking win. Could win.
I'm going to go Curry 9 and De La Rosa in 10.
Wow. Fucking, what are you doing?
Pick him who I think is going to be in the top 10.
Rafa already beat De La Rosa this year.
Chris is in the Chow Side of Fitness. So, Chris, come on.
This is not the Rafa.
Let's get this win.
Listen, Rafa beat John De La Rosa at the Arnold. Did you see the improvements that John made from Tampa? Like, the Tampa John would have beat Rafa in Ohio.
All right, we'll see.
I thought John was really good in Ohio.
There's no point in arguing.
He was even better in Tampa. When he won Tampa, and he's even better again.
Was he better? Because he said he had a stomach problem.
He did, but he was still better.
Yeah.
He was sick for 24 hours. He was
wait. This guy, Tom Porter, says, if Andrew wins, Fouad has to grow the cheeks out. So, like, the hair I shave right here.
You're sleeping on Rafa. Not at all. Rafa's just got a bit of way to go from the posterior to step to some of the guys we've mentioned. Because as good as the Arnold Classic show was, it didn't have the big hitters that are in this Olympia lineup, guys. Come on.
Things change as well. Like
you guys. Wesley says you guys are really underrating Rafa. Same thing happened at the AC.
That's what I just said.
I'm not. He's in my top 10. Sorry, I didn't hear you, James.
I thought Rafa was good at the Arnold, but if he placed lower or higher, I wouldn't have moaned because he was kind of just, I don't know. I weren't like top two for me at the Arnold was clearly separated from everyone else, and that was it. I think everyone else was like fighting for whatever they were.
Oh, I forgot Bonac.
Oh, I forgot Bonac as well. There you go. See, that's why I'm saying it's hard.
Because you guys have shit picks. That's why.
Nah, bro.
What do you mean? Like, I have like 9 of the top 10 that you have.
No.
8.
I think Hunter this year is gonna out muscle and out.
I don't have Bonac.
enough
I don't have
condition to
Bonac
be
in my
clutching.
top 10 either, actually.
Okay, you have
See?
Raf. I have John De La Rosa. Outside of that, we have the same other names, just in different order.
I think I can put Bonac in 10th over Raf. But I don't know, because Bonac's amazing, but he's lost a little bit of size, so I don't know if he's still better than Raf.
It's
But it's
not
also
the
that
Bonac of
consideration of-
2019 Bonac. Now we're having a different conversation.
I'm changing it only because Bonac's backside is way better than Raf's. Yeah, I'm gonna put Bonac there for sure. That's, you know what's really tough about that? I'm trying to guess what they're gonna pick, and Tyler happens to love
like
Raf's
Rafa a
physique.
lot.
Yeah,
They do.
so I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean they put him above Bonac?
But this is what I'm saying. If they love Rafa's physique, surely they love Andrews.
Nobody doesn't love Andrews. Everybody
That's what I'm
loves
saying.
Andrews.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe what if they go
You
down
and
that
me,
direction?
you and I don't love Andrew's physique. Remember?
Yeah, like
That's
what if that is a direction swing?
If we critique him at all, it means we hate him.
Yeah.
What if that is a direction swing in, like look at Roden when he won, yeah? That
but James, that's not how I'm quantifying it. I'm not saying because he's taller or not as compact that's why he won't win. The reason I'm saying is,
no, you're saying conditioning.
What I'm saying is the discrepancy in detail and development from the front is far greater than the detail and development from the back.
I feel like his upper body
and I think if
actually come a long way. I think he just needs to get a lower in a little bit more.
I just think if you look at the whole body, right, turn it around, turn it this way, and it's totally different. Like his front lat spread, probably the best front lat spread in the entire show. His back lat spread
over Andrews.
Yeah, whose front lat spread is better than Andrews?
To be fair,
sorry,
no,
Andrews is Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking. Sorry.
To be fair, there's Derek and Nick. Unfortunately, Derek and Nick can't hit the front; they're too big.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you look at Andrew from the front, you're talking about the best front lat spread in the entire show. If you look at Andrew from the back, it's probably his back lat spread is probably 6, 7, 8.
I could argue Andrew wins every single front shot.
Yeah, there's 3, but he loses every other one by a lot.
I'm just saying.
But this is what I'm saying, right? So when people say like, "Oh, it's shot for shot," it's by how much. So if he's going to win the front lat, the front double, how much is he winning them by? Half a point, maybe a point? Like the front lat spread and the front double, he beats Samson on, but by how much? 1 point? But then if you turn them to the side and the back, he's going to lose a side chest by like 6 points. Right? No, think about it. I'm not being an asshole. Think about it. Side chest. If you only were judging the side chest, where would he place?
I think Andrew's side chest needs a lot of work because I think how he holds it's very.
No, but this is the whole point.
Yeah,
this is how
it doesn't help.
Too old school.
I'm trying to express to people how you would judge. So, like, if you put him in a side chest and judged all of them only on the side chest, where would he place? Probably 4, 5, 6, somewhere.
Yeah, he would in that side chest.
Out of who though? Because you can win the whole top 10. Because you got to say Nick. You got to say Nick and Martin both leapfrog him in the side chest.
But but you're making my point for me, right? So now he's moved from the number 1 lat spread to the number 7, 8, whatever side chest.
Oh, I see you mean. Okay, I thought you were doing your 10-8 system.
No. I wasn't doing. I'm not doing a boxing around thing. I'm doing like where does he place in these shots? So then the same thing. If you look at like Andrew's back double, his front double is probably first. Right? Yeah. Maybe second. If like Derek's front double is pretty nice, Hottie's got a front double. But even if Andrew's winning the front double, he's probably winning it by what? 1 point? Right. But if you put him in the back double, he's probably losing that by what placing would he be in the back double? 4, 5, 6?
Yeah, it's come up a lot. It's not as egregious as these side shots.
No, it's not. But he's still.
Yeah.
Andrew's upper body in that back double biceps probably my favorite.
James, I'll let you answer because you're the Andrew fan. If you were just judging a back double bicep out of the top 10 Olympians, where would he place?
Well, Andrew.
Yes. Got to think. You got Derek's back double. You got Nick's back double. You got Hottie's back double. Samson's back double has gotten better.
I think he's third. I think he's third.
Hunter's back double.
I think
Hunter's back double has come up a lot.
Yeah, I think Andrew's third.
Wait a minute, James. You think
The
Andrew
third best back double on that stage? No.
Yeah, because I'm so drawn to his actual back. I don't really look at his lower body because I'm so drawn to his back.
Yeah, but that's not
the peak. Yeah, but I'm saying I look at his back and I look at the back double, the peaks and the tricep hang and the fucking actual width of the back and the traps. His back is actually a better muscular shape than anybody.
Yeah, but if we're talking about bodybuilding criteria, which is the entire backside.
Yeah.
We're talking heels to head.
Dude, he's only getting beaten. It's like Ken Wheeler, Flex Wheeler versus Ronnie. Yeah. Wheeler was really tight in the upper back, and his lower back soft. He still was like second best. I kind of feel like that with Andrew. I feel like
no. That's not true. That's not true.
It's true.
He was second. He was second in the lineup. He didn't have the second best back double bicep. We're talking about a very specific pose.
I feel like people considered Flex's back double in 98 and 99 the second best in the lineup.
I don't think that at all. There's no way.
I feel like he did.
His lower body was soft in those.
Absolutely, and Andrew's is harder than his, and I think Andrew is hard enough in the lower body to still have the third best back double bicep.
I think if you put Peruse's back double bicep next to Andrew's, you probably
still prefer Andrew's. I still prefer Andrew's, man.
You prefer Andrew's. That's your preference, but that's not bodybuilding criteria.
Subjective.
No, dude. I don't know. We'll just see in it. We'll see.
All right, people in the chat.
The interesting part of why I don't discount James is because what Andrew needs to do is doable in the time frame.
Yeah,
okay, but hold on. But we're okay. Let's say
in that shot, not in the side.
Let's say I give James benefit of the doubt. I still have his back double in fourth because I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he was only one spot behind me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Derek, Nick, Hottie. And actually, I would give Samson too, just because the lower body's so much better. So I would have to say he's probably fifth.
I want to see Hunter's back double against that.
And then Martin
come up a lot.
Who's that? Yeah,
Hunter's back double.
I'd argue Martin. I
was going to say Martin.
Back double than. It depends on preference. The thickness. Martin has a different kind of back. He's got like this kind of chunky shit going on that no one else has.
Turtle shell. It's like a turtle shell.
No one else has got what Martin's got in the back. No one else.
Yeah.
All right. So this was my point though. Anyway, whether it's 4, 3, 5, it doesn't matter. My point is front double, front lat. He's lights out to everybody in the show. Side back, it's a little different.
Yeah.
I find it funny because
he's most muscular. He's most muscular stamp on everyone.
But like so. Some of Jamie's wrote Andrew is a smaller version of Samson. They're completely different. They're just both black guys. They're they are not the same.
No, they're not.
They're very different bodies.
Yeah. The only way they're the same is they're both aesthetic, but they're not.
Aesthetic.
I think what a lot of people think when they say that is like when you look at like Derek, Hunter, Nick, they're aesthetic, but they're not like. They're symmetrical, but they're not aesthetic. When you look at Samson and Andrew, they're aesthetically pleasing to look at because of their height. I think that's the only comparison they're making.
Yeah, Chris would like to get on with you at some point. It'd be good to have a chat.
Chris, I would have you on right now, but I gotta go.
Yeah, you should do another time. You can have a.
Actually, I got about 15 minutes. Do you want to come on for 15 minutes? Shoot me your email.
I'm not
DM me.
Chris can't have a conversation for 15 minutes. This will be an hour and 15 minutes.
Chris,
well, it's a 15-minute limit, I'm afraid.
Chris, we'll not say anything unless it's going to take an hour and 20 minutes.
Let me. You know what, Ian, come on the chat. I'm going to invite you in.
Oh yeah, now we're going to Now we're going to get into it.
Ronnie, I love this dash cam all night. Ronnie comment. I think James is smoking crack. Believe it. When I said Andrew was better than people and he started winning shows, you lot started to listen. It'll happen.
Well, wait a minute.
I promise.
You say something...
I'm talking about these guys. Like
I know, but
I'm a bodybuilder who knows bodybuilding.
But James, I know if you say something and wait long enough, it'll come true.
No. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You can say someone's going to be Mr. Olympia and they never get close.
No, listen. Back in 21, we got shit on because we were like, Andrew's going to win the Olympia this year. And Fouad and I both went, no fucking way.
Right.
And everyone went mad at us.
I remember fucking everybody, like Trigilli made like 10 videos, like, oh, they don't know what they're looking at, blah, blah. And then he loses and fucking everyone's like, oh, and they just forget about it. And it's like,
I never said he was going to win it that year, did I? I just said, look, guys, if you think this guy ain't going to win pro shows, you're fucking mad.
Listen, everybody thinks Andrew has the potential to be Mr. Olympia. Do I think he has it this year? I personally don't. Could it be next? Could it be next year? I think
I agree. And I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of. I think it's a time thing. I don't think it's anything other than time.
It's very interesting because I think Samson and Andrew are in a race.
I feel like Samson is closer to the finish line than Andrew is.
Well, off statistics, yes, as well. You have to look at statistics.
What are statistics? What are we looking
at?
Like,
obviously, Samson's finished the third at the Olympia running into this. Who's in that position to step up
and pushed Hardy pretty close. And
exactly. And he's been next to Hardy multiple times since, giving him, exposure to Hardy.
Ian, I sent you a link. Get out of my chat. I'm going to block you from my chat.
Yeah, I think if Derek wins this year, it's over. It'll start his reign. And I agree with Austin because they'll set a standard. Once the look's the look, it's the look. We haven't had a two-time Mr. Olympia in a row since Phil Heath. There has not been an established look for bodybuilding. We're still trying to find it. That's why I think anything's possible. Because I feel like the judges are still looking at these competitors thinking, what the fuck do we want the best bodybuilder in the world to look like? And that's why I don't count out Andrew, because he may not be the best in condition, but there is other qualities to his physique that to me look like Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, but you have to be close. But you have to be closer. That's the problem.
Yeah, and he's had time to be. Watch him after this Texas. I think he'll be closer, man.
I'm gonna. All right, let's trade tattoos.
We'll arm wrestle.
Yeah, no, you have to get a bodybuilding.
We'll
you have to get a bodybuilding bollocks tattoo. You're gonna do that.
Yeah. What if you lose?
I'll get a shed tattoo.
Yeah.
It should say "I love the shed."
No. It just says it'll say the shed. That's it.
I love bukkake.
Oh, bukkake.
Rami did Rami win 2 years in a row? He did, didn't he? Actually, 2020 and 2021. So yeah, he's the first to get two. But then I don't think they were very content with his what he was bringing. I feel like
I had Hardy winning.
Yeah,
I had Rami winning, but I think the second one was more. The second one was close. More controversial. Yeah,
I think that's why I didn't really think about it because it wasn't like a guarantee, was it? It didn't feel like that was certain.
What is this, Ian Valera? Can you do me a favor and go to Bodybuilding BS and write that you are wrong under the top comment about on the post about Derek? Dude said Melvin Anthony has a better back than Derek.
No, Melvin's got good back. He's got small waist.
Come on. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I got your predictions. James is way off. And that's Are you doing the tattoo?
I'm not gonna lose. I've got to do it.
You really are you think Andrew's gonna win the Olympia?
I would honestly say that
I know you want you want him to win the Olympia.
It's one of them. I'm probably 80% off, but for some reason I'm a believer in the 20% right now.
All right, so here I got another question, James. Say you have to give Fouad your share in JP Shed.
Yeah. That's totally
Bet right now who's going to win the Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, I'll give you this
just first place.
That's so different though. That's not that's
no. That's what I'm asking. No, I'm not saying change your prediction.
Wait.
I'm just saying on that one placing, who's your safe bet?
Wait, James.
Safe bet would be Hardy.
Safe bet's Hardy, not Derek.
For me, Hardy's safe bet.
James, really? I got a new bet for you. If you give me 5% of JP in the shed, I'll give you 5% of Hostile. If you're, we'll see who's right.
Say that and get on Andrew.
No,
say that and get on Andrew.
I've got to speak to my business partner. You got to speak to your business partner. So come on.
I need a piece of a gym somewhere. That's why. Like, I'll take that bet.
Just want a little piece of the gym, bro.
Okay. Let's get out of here before Ian gets himself in trouble. I can see some conversations going on in here.
James meant to tear Huddy's visa and injure Derek. Just Andrew wins.
Guys, I actually am enjoying doing the lives. Thank you for making time this week.
Yeah, man.
Ben, good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, good stuff Sunday, man. I think you've done the work, man. He looks fantastic. We're all looking forward to seeing how Hunter looks with all the impressive updates that have been coming, and enjoy your pasta and pizza. I'll have some. You know what? I'm gonna post and tag. Just because I'm your good friend, I'm gonna have pasta and pizza the same day. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Morals, it's like supportive eating. You're a good. Yeah. You're such a good friend. I know. See, that's really helpful. All right.
Guys, I'll see you next week. James, thanks for coming on. Ben, thanks
thanks for picking my order. I'm fed well. Thank you, mate.
All right. I'm gonna enjoy watching you get a bodybuilding bullocks tattoo. It's gonna be incredible.
I'll do it.